Good morning. Good morning. This is JahLogic, and you're watching the Morning Rant. And with me, I have my three panelists. I'm very excited about this special episode. I have three special panelists today. And if you're looking at the description, you already know who they are. We have Steph, as always. StepGotJokes. Salute, Steph.
Good morning. Good morning. Good to be here.
Yes. Good to have you, sir. Good to have you here, sir. And we have MillzLane. Special guest host today, MillzLane. Unmute your mic. Is on Teddy Riley.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, MillzLane from the Lane and American Culture Topics. Everybody go subscribe to that page, MillzLane at YouTube. And SoK, we have SoK back in the building. SoK, how you doing this morning? Your mic is on Teddy Riley. It's unmuted.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Doing good, and you?
All right, that's what's up. It's good to see you. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yes. How you been?
Busy.
Busy is good.
Yeah.
Busy's real good. And MillzLane, today was this week was a vacation week for you.
Yes, vacation.
That's what's up. We all deserve that. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? I know you work hard, so
big facts.
Yeah, man. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. And today is our 38th episode. And next week we will be doing our 40th episode as the season finale, as we wrap up season 1 and get into season 2. So I'm really excited about that. So we're going to do on the 39th episode is on Monday, just so people know. And then we're going to do the 40th episode on Wednesday. So the 39th episode, we're going to be talking about our favorite moments. So just so you know, anybody out there, if you have any favorite moments you want to throw into the mix, feel free to send us the timestamp and or episode, and we'll address it. And that also goes for the people on previous shows. And today we have a little bit of an update on a few stories. So I think that's what we're going to start with. We're going to start with this update. On a past episode, we previously spoke about a white lady throwing a bottle at a black woman who was jogging in Queens. We spoke about that. We spoke about the different ways to approach that. So before we go to the update of what happened with that, as a woman, so okay, what would you do if you was jogging and a white woman decided to call you a nigga and throw a bottle at you since you wasn't here for that episode? How do you think your reaction would be? Your mic is on Teddy Riley.
First of all, only in the US, I would say. Also, I don't know. I've never been put in a situation like that. I mean, there's racism here in Canada and in France as well, yeah, but nobody would dare do this kind of thing because we would actually be fighting. But I don't want to be fighting in the United States as a black person. So.
All right. So if it happened in wherever you were, France, America, wherever, how do you think you respond?
I would throw the stuff right back.
All right. So in the news clip that we saw, the woman didn't throw it back. She pretty much she just held her poise. The bottle didn't break on her leg, anything like that. She held her. She kept it together. Let me just say that she kept it together. And then eventually, the video surfaced, and she used that video to, I guess, go to the news, and they actually found the woman. So that's the update. They actually found the woman. So I want to put her mugshot on the screen and give her the respect she's due as a dumbass. All right. So this comes to us from the Atlanta Black Star. They say woman arrested facing 7 years in prison for throwing glass bottle at black jogger, demanding she goes back to Africa. And I'm gonna read some of the article, but like I said, we already spoke about this on a previous show. So really, this is just the update, and that's her mugshot. I think it's hilarious. The suspect who unleashed a racist attack on a black jogger in New York last month has been arrested and is facing multiple hate crime charges. Lorena De Laguna, 53, was arrested in her Woodside home on Monday, September the 21st, and charged with attempted assault and aggravated assault, both as hate crimes. So yeah, salute to her for getting locked up. You know what I mean? However, they say she's facing 7 years. So let me just pose this question to the panel. Steph, do you think 7 years is enough or too much, or just right? What's your thoughts on the actual time she's facing?
Considering the fact that they didn't bring up public intoxication, yeah, I think 7 years is good. They're kind of letting her off easy. You know what I'm saying? Slight work. You know, woman. I don't know if she. It says up to. I mean, that's the maximum they can.
Right, right.
You're probably gonna get probation. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with that. Millz, if she does get the what she's facing, you're right, because they say she's facing the 7 years, right? Do you think that's enough or too much? What's your thoughts on that scenario?
First of all, I know it's 2020 and we got to be sensitive to the genders, but are we sure this is a quote unquote cis she gender?
She look a little Arnold Schwarzenegger-ish in the face.
Yeah, look like Ivan Drago. You know, when she tried to throw the bottle at her, she was like, "If she dies, she dies." You know what I'm saying? But yeah, 7 years, up to 7 years, which means in American courts, yeah, probation,
Right.
maybe 2 months in prison.
Yeah, but if she was to get the 7, let's say hypothetically she was to get the 7, do you think that'd be worth it, or think they should be trying to give her the max? What's your thoughts on that?
Like I said, well, that's different. So if you get a 7-year sentence and we're giving this woman a 7-year sentence, then that's like setting a precedent. So, you know, you see people who throw, you throwing glass. So that is like assault. That's almost deadly assault. So yeah, and then with the hate aspect, if you add in hate crimes to it, then it could be potentially worth 7 years.
All right, fair enough. Okay, I don't know how the prison system is in France and or in Canada. I know in America we have the most people. I think first or second to most people incarcerated. So out here is a little different. But of course, most of that they make up of black folk. But how do you feel about the what she's facing, the amount of time she's facing?
I mean, they said multiple crimes.
Well, they're charging her with multiple charges, but in reality, it was just she threw the bottle and called her a nigga.
She's probably not gonna get the 7 years, if we're being honest.
Right.
Should she get 7 years? You know, why not? There's people in jail for way less than that, for way longer. So, you know, why not? But she's probably not gonna get the 7 years, which is very sad.
Right.
You know, whatever time she get, if she does get time, unless she got a good lawyer, she probably won't do anything.
Right.
So, yeah, your prison system is very interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. What is it like in France?
It's not like that. Like, you don't just, we don't have this thing where like after 3 strikes, like you go to jail like forever or stuff like that. People do go to jail. but it's not like the US. It's not as massive. Like we don't have massive incarceration.
Right.
Like it's just different. Like for you to go to jail, like you really have to have done something. And then even then there's ways for you to not do too much time.
Right.
Yeah.
But you said she probably should get the full 7 is your thoughts, right?
Yes. At this point, there's a point in time where I feel like the US as a country just needs to be like, you know what? We can't be like this anymore. This is 2020 and the world is looking at us crazy and we need to be better humans. So we need to set examples and maybe she's going to learn something in jail too about herself and about people.
Do you think she'll convert to Islam?
No, I would think that maybe she's coming out crazier. You know, she's probably coming out crazier. I don't know about converting to any religion though. Okay. Or maybe she'll say, you know, I found the Lord inside jail and now I'm a new person. You know, there's also that narrative. So,
you know what? It's okay. I think you're right. She might come out a lot crazier. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm in jail, because a lot of people, they're not going to look at themselves. They're going to be like, you the reason I'm in jail. I'm blaming you. And that's a year of hate. Let's say she go to jail for a year. That's just a year of hate built up.
Yep.
Probably come out and be just as unproductive as she was before she can't win it now.
So she'll come out like a real hard body neo.
Oh, yeah. And you know, it's a lot of races in jail that she can rock with.
She might shave her head and put the Nazi tattoos on her head and shit like that.
She halfway there.
She half.
Like my man said, she look it already. She got the look. She has the jaw for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, let me put her face back on the screen real quick.
That got I call top bunk written all over it right there.
All right, let me go to the comments. Let me see what the comments are talking about. Brooklyn Honcho, salute. Good morning, Brooklyn Honcho. Salute, brother. He says 1 year probation and a fine. So is that what you think she should get? Or do you think that's what she's going to get? So that's my question to you. Brooklyn Honcho says 1 year probation and a fine. And we got some more comments coming in, but it's being a little slow coming into the program. So I'll just read them. Here they go. Sleazy Aki says not on River Island. I don't know if he meant River Island or Rikers Island. I'm pretty sure he meant Rikers Island. So yeah, on Rikers Island, she probably won't find the neo-Nazis there. She got to go up north. She got to go up north to join that gang. Your mic is on Teddy Riley, Steph.
Shout out to Sleazy Aki for the donation, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sleazy Aki always checking in with the donations. I appreciate that, brother. I received one as well. And Sugar Shay is laughing, and she goes, top bunk, laugh out loud. And salute to Sugar Shay for being on the check-in. Good morning, Sugar Shay. Thank you for pulling up this morning and gracing us with your presence.
Yes.
Sugar Shay. Yes. Sleazy Aki says 6 months, 5 years probation. I think Sleazy is saying that's what she's going to get. I think that's what he's saying she's going to get, because I know Sleazy Aki don't give a fuck about her life like that. So I know he wouldn't mind seeing her do some real time. And he did mean Rikers. So yeah, Rikers Island. So that's where you go. If you're not from New York, that's where you go before you get sentenced to your actual bid. And when you get sentenced to your bid, then they send you to upstate New York. That's why people say upstate, in case anybody doesn't know. With all that being said, Kay, I'm going to ask you this question first because it's going to segue into our next topic. How much time do you think your man, Tory Lanez, should get?
I'm sorry, I had to laugh because my Twitter was going crazy about this last night. How much time? He shot somebody. I mean, you know, like, I don't know how much time you get for that wherever he was in the US at the time, but he should get it. He shot somebody.
But, all right, but if you was the judge, if it was Judge Showcase, what would he get?
I really don't know how much time people get for shooting at people.
It's different in every state, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, plus also I guess you would have to prove if it was like, you know, he was trying to murder somebody or if he was really like, you know. So I would say, I don't know, like a good, depends if the weapon was illegal. I don't know. Was it illegal? Was he carrying, like, you know, there's a lot of stuff. Also, he's Canadian.
I mean, being Canadian might mean he just get deported.
Yeah, but it also might mean that, you know, he didn't have a license to carry a gun in whatever state it was in.
He definitely didn't have a license for that gun.
Exactly. So, you know, you have to charge him for the gun. You have to charge him for shooting someone. Like a good 7 to 10, I guess.
7 to 10? Okay.
Yes, I guess. I really guess.
All right, shit.
You know, she's not dead.
Oh.
No, if the person was dead, that would be like, you know, you really have to go now.
Oh, all right. Millz, same question. How much time should Tory Lanez get before we talk about the latest in this Tory Lanez situation?
Well, if a strong chin white woman throws a glass bottle facing 7 years, then he has to get 7 years minimum. Plus, he was in California. He's Canadian. And yeah, he probably shouldn't have rights to guns. And he was on alcohol, so he's not setting any type of clear role model. It's not like he shot a deer on the side of the road or anything. He shot a stallion. So yeah, no less than 7 years.
Millz. I mean, not Millz, sorry, but Steph.
Give that nigga life.
Life.
Give that nigga the chair, man.
Yo,
what's wrong with these niggas, man? We need to execute these lame niggas and get them out of our society, man. Done with them. Done with them.
I bet he glad Steph ain't won't be his judge. StepGotJokes says a decade. I'm not sure if he's talking about the robotic looking racist white woman or Tory Lanez. Brooklyn Hunter says 2 years and fine along with heavy charitable donations. I'm pretty sure he's talking about the white woman. And StepGotJokes said he got caught with a gun already before this, so that adds to it. And Brooklyn Hunter says Plaxico Burress shot himself and got 2 years. Good point. That's a good. I was tight about that though, because that was in New York, right? Am I correct? That was in New York.
Yeah. He was a giant.
Yo, I was tight about that. I'm like, yo, this nigga shot himself. Why are you? Yo, got some mercy on this man.
His story got deep because he traveled the gun from New York to Jersey, and you know a teammate was involved, and he starts snitching. It's like it got so muddy that somebody had to do time.
Right. Man. Shaharia says, Grand Rising, y'all. Grand Rising, Shaharia. Good morning. And King Soul says, shaking my head. Did y'all even listen to his album he dropped last night? He ain't doing no time. Y'all just running with the Stallions narrative. Well, we're gonna get to that. And I never listened to a Tory Lanez album, so I'm not gonna start now, but I did listen to I'm going to listen to some. We're going to play like 1 or 2 of the snippets where he talked about it, and that's why we're talking about it now. Shahari says, I agree with Steph. She could have been killed. She should be charged by his intent to murder. All right, Steph, you trying to say something? My fault.
Yeah, like now, one address this comment. Yeah, because that nigga was intentful. He was shooting at her. You know what I'm saying? And when you're shooting at somebody, you might be shooting to wound them, right? But that's not always how it plays out. Motherfuckers can die from being shot in the leg.
Right.
Let's not act like that don't happen.
How do you prove intent to murder, though?
Well,
to murder.
Say it one more time.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
How do you prove intent to murder? That's the thing. Is you have to prove that he was intentionally pointing a weapon at her to murder her, which she got shot in the leg or in the foot, which you could be like, well, maybe that wasn't to murder her and he was very intoxicated when he shot her, which is not an excuse, not making excuses. I'm just saying, how do you prove intent to murder?
I think the proof is in the gun. I think it's once you use a gun, you know what I mean? I think it's like that's attempted murder. You know what I'm saying? Like if you fire a firearm, like
you understand how crazy it is to pull out a gun on a woman.
No, but not the fact that she's a woman. It's just to put out a gun.
No. It is a fact. There's a whole thing because we have laws protecting women against men. So then to not act like that doesn't play a role when a man then supersedes that and pulls out a gun.
No, that's crazy.
That means something. That's
No,
that's different level.
but I was just asking, how do you prove murder? Because I mean, with the money Tory Lanez has, if you can get a good attorney, a good lawyer, you can, there's ways around certain things. I'm just asking.
I don't see it.
I feel that
even if it's not attempted murder, it's definitely like it's got to be a felony at the minimum.
No, he's going to jail. Well, he has to go to jail, be deported to Canada or something. Something's happening, but
this is the thing, right? I think is more of, and I understand your question though, because you got to prove it in the court of law, right?
Yes.
But I think more or less, like I said, the gun is what, to me, what makes it attempt murder.
Okay.
What they will have to prove is that he did it purposely. You know what I'm saying? That it wasn't like, oh, I had the gun, I was playing with the gun, or it was, it just went off by accident. But the murder, as long as he pulled out a gun and shot it on purpose, that's attempted murder. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Brooklyn 100 says, that lady looked like Draco. Like Millz Lane said, he agrees with you. Or Drago's wife. And King Soul says, damn, Logic, stop with the voice, bro. For real. Or do some funny voices for everybody. Comment. I think I do sometimes. But let's not go back and forth this morning, King. So not this morning, man. It's a Friday. All right. Enjoy your weekend, bro. Good. Redemption says good morning, all. Good morning, Redemption. Always good to see you.
Wait, hold on. It's a fake Jerry Stackhouse in the comments.
It's some trolls that's and
but he pretended to be Jerry Stackhouse of all people. That's just funny to me.
Nah, yeah, the trolls can be funny at times. King, so well, once again, good morning, Redemption. I want to say that while I cleared my throat. I'm sorry. She says good morning to us all. King So says, you're not getting shot in both feet and don't break any bones. Not realistic at all. I mean, anything is possible, sir. I don't think that's realistic to say that. Anything is possible. There's people that get shot and at point blank range and still end up a flesh wound. There's a lot of different reasons why. And then the gun, if I remember right, was a 25 or something like that.
That motherfucker, hey, looking at the wounds, that bitch looked like a 22. That's how it looked like it was no broken bones or tennis. Motherfuckers can live from 22s, bro.
Yeah, and they could die from them too. Because
if you shoot them enough times.
And if what happens is with the 25s and the 22s, the bullets kind of ricochet in you. You know what I mean? So depending on where you get shot. And then like you also said earlier, some people can get, die from a gunshot in a particular place. And I also want to point out that if you get shot and you were drinking and you get shot certain place, you can bleed out. So you can end up dying from bleeding out. You know
and then what saddens me is that niggas want this to be want so bad for this not to be true. Like they'll just believe anything. If I didn't shoot somebody, I would have said I didn't shoot somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We were killing her for not saying nothing. Killing her. You're killing her for not saying nothing. And now he come for not saying something immediately. She said something a month later. Here it is, 2 months later. He finally says, well, no, I didn't actually shoot her. And nobody has a problem with it. Nobody. You not questioning that? So y'all like to ask some questions. Well, riddle me that. He proclaims his innocent on the day that his album dropped?
Yeah, that's pretty weird timing. I agree with that. CZ Aki says, anything below the waistline is assault and above the waistline is attempted murder, at least in NY. Okay. King Soul says it was her gun. I could tell y'all haven't heard his side. Y'all got to listen to the tape Daystar.
Respectfully, King Soul, I'm not gonna listen to his album. Before this, like Josh said, I've never went and listened to that nigga album.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
His best shit is remakes of other people's shit. I'm not interested in hearing Tory Lanez. I'm not.
Steph, I think his whole last album before this was a remix of other people's albums. And yeah, I only know him because he's a cousin. His last name is Lanes. So
CZ Aki says Sean got a decade. That's a fact. Brooklyn Honcho says he could always say self-defense. I mean, have you seen the size differential?
And you know what's funny? Because she said he was doing shit in the media. Because the day she got shot, like that, because it happened at night. The next day, that whole clip of him jumping out the chair on Sway in the morning, that had resurfaced. And I think that was part of the narrative.
Yo, I mean, Brooklyn Honcho, you a real one. So I know like I know that short niggas can knock out a tall nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't think you can use that as self-defense. You know, me personally. King So says Sean shot a woman in the face in an NYC club, not the same thing. And Sugar says King So hating. And he asks her to relax. And Sleazy Aki says King So he didn't mean to we talk we talking intent right now. King So says exactly a 22 will bounce around and break shit up. Anything else goes straight through.
Or it can get stuck. Remember, they had to remove the bullets, my brother.
Yes, that can happen as well. And Kenny says, peace, fam. Peace to you, man. What's up, big bro? Thanks for checking in. And Brooklyn Hunter says, not for nothing, don't hate me for this, but anybody can get it. And King Soul says, Steph is Meg's #1 fan. Hand fans. He's referring to that episode of Live and On Point. But
okay. And more importantly, I'm a big Meg Thee Stallion fan, but more importantly, I'm a fan of black women.
There you go, Steph. Talk that shit, man. These motherfuckers out here don't care when women get shot. All right. Anyway,
I've literally never seen someone excusing a woman being shot by a man. I've never seen it before in my life.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I heard and seen a lot of shit in my life. I never even heard of a dude shooting a woman before. You know what I mean? I'm keeping it real. Like
that don't happen a lot. I mean, if he do, it's usually followed by murder-suicide type junk.
Right. Like, matter of fact, let me not say I never heard of it. I never seen it in any of my networks, but I mean, like you said, there's times where, you know, obviously you hear people on the news killed their wife or something like that, but I never seen it. Like, this is just some weird, like, we got beef and I'm gonna shoot you in the foot type weird shit. It's weird. It's weird. But this nigga got this fake Tupac ring on and jewelry and this picture and this article from The Blast. And they say rapper Tory Lanez breaks his silence on Megan Thee Stallion shooting. And they go on to quote him and a few other people. So I'm gonna read some of these quotes. They say, it says, a rapper prepared to describe inside of the story in an incident where he ended up shooting both feet and where Megan Thee Stallion ended up being shot in both feet and being hospitalized for her injuries. As you know, Megan went public naming Tory Lanez as the shooter, but she didn't reveal all the details that led to him firing the shots. And they quote Tory Lanez on Twitter saying, to my fans, I'm sorry for my silence, but respectfully, I got time today. Which I feel like his lawyer probably should have advised him against. And then he also goes on to say, but he already spoken about the incident to an OG of the hip hop business, T.I.
What?
Exactly. That's what we said. This nigga was talking to Crime Stoppers. This nigga's bugging. So anyway, Tory Lanez says,
yo, ain't a white rose the sign of death?
No, I'm gonna look that up in a second, but I'm not sure. So I'm not gonna say it is because I don't know. But Tory Lanez says it didn't happen like that to T.I. So rapper T.I. revealed his recent conversation with Tory Lanez while speaking to Complex, and said the rapper says the incident didn't go down exactly like it's being reported. Well, how did it go down, nigga? How did you end up shooting your girlfriend in the foot? They also quote them saying, listen, I don't know, man. They quote T.I. saying, listen, I don't know, man, but I spoke to him and he said shit didn't go down like that. The rapper said he advised Tory he needed to address the situation. Oh, yo, I just gotta stop right there. Yo, why did he let this Crime Stopping commercial reporting as no jail, real jail time doing ass nigga advise him to address this situation, Steph?
Because the rollout.
Because of what? Say it again.
Rollout. What better rollout for Tory right now than, I didn't speak for 2 months and now I'm just gonna drop everything on this new music. You get to hear everything from my perspective on that. Because for the longest time, we didn't know what happened. And even when Megan came out, like, to do the Instagram live and talked about it, people were still like, okay, now we get it, but I still want to hear from him. You always want to hear both sides. Even though I'm just like, there's no excuse for him shooting her ever.
Right.
I want to hear what he's saying. I always want to hear two sides of the story. Nobody was in the car with them.
I agree, right? But I'm thinking about it from a legal standpoint. Like, he should have waited till the court case was over.
But maybe that's why he didn't speak for 2 months. Maybe he was cleared now to talk about it. We don't know that. I don't know the legalities behind it. But in my head, he wasn't talking because there was something in the process.
This nigga going to jail.
Yo, Logic.
Yo.
T.I. has done it again. He got a nigga to tell on himself. Shout out the king of the South, Mr. Tip, the almighty king of the tips, okay?
We're talking about another tip. 1-800-CRIME.
He got this man to coerce. He coerced this man into a confession. This man is going to jail for a long, long time.
Millz.
All right.
Look here, son. This T.I. Hold on. Make sure I'm recording. Hold on. I'm recording in the studio. But look here, son. You need to get in front of this expeditiously. You know what I'm saying? Because you grand hustle, man, for real, man. You got to get in front of this here, man. Look here. I'm trying to be the the South's Vlad. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this nigga, that's the worst advice. Anyway, he said the rapper T.I. told Tory he needed to address the situation, saying, well, you need to be saying something, bro. How did it happen? And he this is too.
And then Tory Lanez really felt compelled to call this nigga and tell on himself.
Nah, I can't, yo. I can't. All right, so you continue.
T.I. with all the T.
Right. Yo, he continued and he said he couldn't say nothing about how it did actually happen. I told him I understand that. So wait. So T.I. was actually asking him how it happened, and he told him he can't tell him how it happened. And this is what T.I. is telling us, aka T.I. would have told us whatever this nigga said. Yo, this nigga T.I. he got to stop while he's ahead. He need to just be a cop. Him and what's the nigga name? Tekashi. Them niggas need to just come out together and make a fucking what's that shit called? 21 Jump Street Part 100 or something. Anyway, so they quote him also saying, man, you can't expect nobody to ignore the facts that are being presented if you don't have any other conclusive facts that can overturn these. You got to say something, bro. And then he goes, and then they say, if you ain't going to say nothing, you can't expect nobody else to. T.I. told Complex about his conversation with Tory Lanez. And they also quote him saying, I ain't about to just shut up when you got the facts out here that say it's a woman been shot in the hands of another black man within the culture. We've got to speak on that, he added. But T.I. makes it clear he's supportive of Megan Thee Stallion. So he supports Megan Thee Stallion, and he calls this nigga to tell on himself. And they also quote the nigga saying, I know what she said happened, but I don't know why it happened. But I know if it did happen, that it's everybody's responsibility to make sure that this young lady feels supported and that she knows that the community and the culture is behind her. I think it's important that is all of us, our obligations, our responsibilities, not even as artists or as rappers or as executives in the business, but as men, as a black man, he said. All right, so he blamed it on the whole black man thing. And what's his dude name? Tory Lanez did drop my album, and we got some clips from it. So we're gonna go ahead and play the clip.
Get shot in your foot, don't hit no bones in tennis. Your team is trying to pay me at some whole minutes. I just lost like $10 million because it's cold business. But I got like 10 million followers that's gonna roll with me. Fans that support me because they know my heart.
All right, so I'm gonna play it again. But if you heard in the beginning, he said you got shot, but What you say? Wasn't in no bones. So yeah.
Gotta see a couple questions. Get shot in your foot, don't hit no bones or tennis. Your team is trying to pay me at some whole minutes. I just lost like $10 million because it's cold business. But I got like 10 million followers that's gonna roll with me. Fans that support me because they know my heart. So I don't give a damn, shorty no jigger. I was taught to beat the block. Any, meeny, money in these streets, and so my Nina cop. I can play me, I can frame me, but I'ma reach the top. I would never put you in no danger, and if I did, you would've said it when you seen the cops. Hey, let me get any bands. Gotta see a couple questions.
All right, so that's the trash rap from Tory. Does anybody have anything to say about the trash rap we just heard?
First of all, you can tell this nigga capping. He just said he lost like $10 million. Google your net worth, you only worth 2. What are you talking about? What 10 did you lose? 10 that you never had, my brother?
No, we literally, when quarantine started, Tory Lanez was literally at the peak of his career in terms of entertainment. He was about to sign a deal. I think it was with YouTube. He signed a major deal. It was literally about to have the best deal of his life and make a bunch of money. So that makes sense to me, at least.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was with MTV, I think.
Yeah, and then on top of that, outside of that, it's all the other brand deals. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a Canadian artist that goes to the US, signs a major deal. When you go back to Canada, there's a bunch of brands that want to work with you as well. So that's a lot of money aggregated together. So I can understand that part.
$2 million is a lot of money.
Yeah, but in the entertainment business, $2 million is not that much.
That's what his net worth is.
Yeah, it's net worth, but your net worth doesn't mean that you weren't about to sign a contract that was worth $10 million, or that the sum of the contract that you were looking at signing were not $10 million.
Okay, did Meg shoot herself?
No,
but part of the thing is he's an up and coming artist, so he's new, so he hasn't had a chance to recoup, years of tours and where he's making that type of money yet.
Anybody else have anything else to say about what he said in the track, Millz?
Yeah, you got shot, but it ain't hit no bones or tendons. But for him to address it in rap form is I guess that's how they do these days, how these youngers do these days. They put, they snitching the raps. So
true.
This is not gonna make her feel any better. And this is her home country, and she has more fame than him in this country, probably right at this moment. So,
hey, what's your thoughts on what you heard in the song? And did you hear the song in full?
No, I didn't hear the song in full. I went to check out the lyrics real quick. I don't know that I'm going to listen to it.
Right.
I just know that it looks very. To me, it's just like, why would you go ahead and like make a whole track, make new music and talk about this stuff when you could have literally just done a press release? You could have went on Instagram or stuff. I don't know, do something else to address the situation, because I do believe that it was important that we hear from him, because I'm always, like I said, I like to hear from both sides. And again, the whole you got shot, but like bones or whatever, I'm just like, yeah, that was so unnecessary. Like at this point, she got shot, you shot her. If you didn't shoot her, then just do your time, and that's it.
Right. So in regards to everybody saying and what he said, people who are echoing his song where he said you got shot and didn't hit any bones. Listen, there's a thing called a flesh wound. All right, it's literally called a flesh wound. So it can happen. You can get grazed. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to break any bone. It can definitely be a flesh wound. And I think he's trying to sound like Meek Millz on the song. I'm gonna just go ahead and put that out there. He sounds like a pseudo fake Meek Millz. And I think he made the wrong decision putting this in the song. And behind the scenes, me and Steph spoke about this. And Steph, you had another good point. And he talked about having his Nina cocked.
Yeah.
This is not the time to talk about having any guns, sir.
Definitely not. Like literally, you talk about how you didn't shoot her, and then the next line, yeah, but I got my Nina cocked. Like, what?
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. So I'm gonna go to the comments really quick before we move on to the next subject, and I definitely want to get Kay's opinion on the next subject because it involves her home country. And Brooklyn Honcho says, okay, we read that one already. Brooklyn Honcho also says, anybody acting aggressively are subject to be put in their place. I mean, I don't disagree with you there. I just don't think that needing to shoot somebody in their foot is a appropriate reaction to having a woman in her place. You know, you can put her in place verbally. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. King So says, I don't really care. Anybody can get clapped, especially a stallion that brags about beating up her past boyfriends. And
so does that intimidate you as a man? As a man, if a woman told you that she beat up her ex-boyfriend, does that intimidate you and make you feel like, yeah, I gotta keep that Nina ready in case I'm next? Like,
that's
really?
the thing. How does that justify you having a gun and shooting somebody? Like how? Like I don't understand the logic with it. Yeah, I just don't get it.
So my thing is, this is the thing, right? If you're saying you don't care, she can get clapped, especially if she brags about beating up her ex-boyfriends, then why would you be in a relationship with her if you feel you gotta walk around your house like you're walking around the street? You know what I'm saying? Like, you should go home to comfort. You should be with your woman for comfort. You shouldn't be having a gun on you while y'all at Netflix and chill and shit like that, just to make sure you're safe. You shouldn't feel like you're under that kind of pressure with your lady. That just doesn't make sense. Ish said, peace, fam. Peace to you. What's up, big brother? Good to see you in the chat. King Soul also says, the first person trying to get out and tell the story is usually the one that's going to get caught up in lies. I mean, the first person that spoke was Meg, so I don't know how that, makes your point more valid. And
hello? You went out of there.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess. Oh, you back? All right. I was going to read the comments.
Still can't hear me.
Yeah, pardon me. I had a little technical difficulties just there. But I'm going to continue with the comments. King Soul says, pause, nigga. King of tips. What the fuck? Pause. Yeah, I know it sounds crazy, but you might not be familiar with the infamous T.I. commercial.
It's your boy T.I. This is your boy T.I.P. But here, I'm here to talk about another kind of tip. It's not the same, though.
Yeah, we can't afford to get past the fact that his name is Tip. They call him the tipster. That's what they call him.
That's literally his middle name, bro. I don't know what you want me to say.
Right. Behind the bar says salute to the room and panel. Salute. And Redemption Song says the police don't have to do much. These motherfuckers telling on themselves. Yep, and that's definitely the nature of rap nowadays. You know what I mean? And we got a lot of troll comments after that, but Chico's laughing. Brooklyn Honcho got his popcorn out for that music. And Eki says, whack, sorry. Definitely whack song. And he's definitely a whack nigga. You know what I mean? So, Redemption says, not my cup of tea. And King Soul says, the tape is fire. Y'all riding for a stank bitch who has no respect for herself. This world is goofy.
I'm sorry. If I'm correct. Ain't this the same woman in college? And also is a multi-millionaire, but she don't got respect for herself? Okay. That's interesting to me.
It is so interesting how people are so fast to talk about women and, the fact, why doesn't she respect herself? I would like to understand your point for that. You know what I mean? And I'm so interested in knowing why you're riding with Tori that much when you weren't in the car. Nobody was there. You don't know what happened. And I don't see why a woman or anybody would lie about being shot by somebody. So I'm just very confused every time somebody rides so hard for someone that they don't feel what Tori's doing for you.
Like this man was literally just clowning me for being a Meg Thee Stallion fan, right?
Right.
But yet this nigga got his pom-poms up for Tory Lanez. Like literally, you kind of remind me of that dude from the Ja Rule skit, the 50 Cent Ja Rule skit, Get Rich or Die Trying, about you can't say nothing about my boo, Tory Lanez, Daystar.
So my fault, y'all. My little technical difficulty. I had to refocus my camera as well. But yeah, man, King Soul, man, you can't really talk about anybody riding for anybody as you're riding for the other mother.
Like
Well,
you can tape this fire.
When I see King Soul, all I see,
dog.
you don't have the answer, Sway. You don't have the answer, Sway. You don't have the answer. I got him.
Okay, so you gotta relax. As my nigga Troy Ave say, dick riding is not a form of transportation. Redemption Song 76 says, damn, you on a mission. Why so pressed? Oh, yeah, that is okay. So that is Labuto trolling the comments.
I got a comment for that. I can shut that down, I hope, with this comment. All right. Labuto. Steps to being a high value man. Trolling is not one of them. Relax.
Relax, Labuto, relax. I mean, we gave you the phone number to call up here before. We even gave you an opportunity to donate and cam up. You don't got to troll us with 1 million accounts. But while you at it, with those, 5 accounts, why don't you click the like button with all them shits? Fuck it. King Soul says, Tory Lanez is not new. He just got his master from back earlier. They always come after the ones with their masters. So now they're coming after him. Okay, I think I missed some comments from let me see some. Okay, no, I didn't miss that comment. And let me see. Betty Smith says everyone says he's gay, but okay, nah, that's one of the troll comments. And let me see. Brooklyn Honcho says that picture right there is if I do it again was a person. That was the picture we put up of Tory Lanez. And let me see. King Soul says, but I thought they had to take the bullets out, like Steph said. Now it could be a flesh wound. Y'all making up different narratives every other time. Brooklyn Honcho says Jerry Stackhouse is the bullet. Yes. And King Soul says, okay, we're not gonna do this. If you're not gonna respect his name, we're just not gonna put it on we're not gonna read it. But King Soul says if you have a gun around, it's probably going to get used regardless of who it is. Well, that's a point for people that's anti-gun. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those people that's anti-gun. So my thing is, you can be responsible with a gun. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to shoot your girlfriend. Hempler said, where do I donate? Our names and cash apps are in the description. So feel free to donate to whoever you want to donate to. Hempler, salute to you. Light up. Good morning. And only person without a cash app is Kay. But she does have a PayPal, I believe. So if you wanted to send her something and you donate it and you say this is for Kay, I'll make sure she gets it. And that you can send that to my cash app at $JahLogic.
Thank you. Yeah, listen, Canada doesn't have cash app, so
they gotta catch up.
It is. No, we have our thing, it's great, but it is what it is.
Keenan says, not a Tory fan, but that boy was snapping. I mean, he was in character. He was in character of what's the kid name? What's the kid name from Philly? Meek Millz. Yeah, he was sounding like Meek Millz. You know what I mean? Keenan says, is that Millz? Salute. Yes, that is Millz. Special guest host for the day is definitely Millz Lane. And King So said, y'all wasn't there either. Stop acting like you know the bitch. And first of all, I don't know what she did to you personally for you to call all types of bitches, but we know that her foot got all types of flesh wounds and skin peeling off. We seen the footage where she wobbling out the car. We don't have to have been there to know she got shot in her foot.
I just think that's crazy that he is just this Megan's all these bitches and she's a black woman, but yet he took offense when I called Miss Ravioli a nigga like an episode ago. Like, dude, pick a side. Either you this conscious, righteous brother, or in this king, or you a troll. Which one are you?
No, he's a troll.
Think he's you got it. Go ahead, Kay.
Yeah.
So I can't. This needs to.
Y'all don't have to though. Don't feel y'all have to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have to definitely debate because he'll definitely be, try to debate you back the whole rest of the show. And, we're not here for that. But Eki's, salute Eki, by the way. Eki's famous, you know what I mean? Says, facts, sis. I believe she was talking to you. Okay. And thank you for checking in this morning. And Betty Smith is Labuto as well. And let me see. Hayes, the producer, says same thing they did with Chris Brown. Chris Brown and had admitted his wrongdoings, you know what I mean? So I can't say that they actually came after him when he admitted what he did. So I don't know. I think you guys got to stop, riding other men so hard. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little it's a little weird at this point. It's a little weird. Sweet. Sure.
Okay, so I will say this thing, right? Stop saying that people came at Chris Brown. People are in these situations because they put themselves in these situations. He didn't have to do what he did to Rihanna. He didn't have to do what he did with all the women that he had issues with, because he clearly has women issues. You know what I mean? Tory Lanez didn't have to put himself in that situation. You put yourself in that situation, you deal with the consequences. And y'all are mad because he's an artist that you like. That doesn't mean that the music he's doing is not good. It's good. He just fucked things up for himself. That's it. Stop writing for the men so hard. Like, why is it so hard to understand? You can still like the music and still think he's a bad person. You know what I mean? Like, just stop writing for people. At this point, it's ridiculous.
Sweet D, good morning, all. Good morning. My fault. You was gonna say something?
I was just going to tell Kay that there's like this rise of men feeling like they don't have their rights anymore. They feel like women are taking their jobs, taking over their responsibility. Women getting Happy Father's Day messages. It's like it hurts to this point where you just like have to take a stand and say no. Yeah, Meg Zion can beat up on a guy. He had no choice but to shoot her. And Rihanna, she ain't had no business getting that close to Chris Brown while he was practicing his dance moves.
You make a good point, because a lot of times when we get things, I'm gonna say forced on us, you got a group of people who end up responding real negatively. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for example, you got like a lot of the gay rights things happening, but it's like being pushed so hard on the media and everything that you got people that might have not been anti-gay in a normal life. All of a sudden, oh, there's a gay agenda and everything else. You know what I mean? So with women getting more rights, and then some people overdoing it. I'm not saying women shouldn't have rights, but you do have some people who take advantage of it and weaponize. Like J. Doug said a show a while ago when we were disagreeing, that they sometimes weaponize the woman, you know what I mean? That you got people that will unlogically defend the man to a unrealistic extent, to where we have now. It's obvious this woman is shot, and you got men talking about she deserved it, or he's lying, or she's lying. I mean, she's lying and all this other shit. And it's like, yo, like, how do you lie about getting shot in the foot the same day you get put in police custody? Like, I think they would know if it wasn't a gunshot wound. And what else would it have been? Did she carve a chunk of meat out of her feet just to say this nigga shot me? Like, come on, like this. I gotta calm down. Brooklyn Honcho says the name of that song is Sorry, but not sorry, but not sorry, but sorry. And Eggy says, y'all have a beautiful Friday. Y'all are literally my go-to for news, etc. Because I can't do TV. That's what's up. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And King Soul answers you and says she calls herself a bitch. And he also goes on to say, Miss Ravioli don't call herself no nigga or bitch. So that's his answer to that. And Sweet D says, riding other men. Pause. Laugh out loud. Yeah, but that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. And Brooklyn Honcho says, subscribe to the Sugar Shay Show. Yeah, salute to Sugar Shay. And definitely subscribe to Sugar Shay if you haven't, which you should be. And let me see. King So says, you mean the way you ride for StepGotJokes? He's a comedian.
Hey, Logic. You skipped over a comment. I don't want to deal with this nigga no more. I'm serious. Like,
which
now
comment?
You going on? Now you going on? Now you talking about my children? Nigga, I kill you.
Hold on, Stephon.
You think I'm sweet? Nigga, I'm not sweet. These jokes ain't but so many, and they paid for. Boy, I'll kill you.
Hold on, Steph. I'll skip over the comment because of the way he addressed your name. But I'm reading it now, so I see what you're responding to. But yeah, I wouldn't read that comment on the screen, though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I skipped over because the way he disrespected the name.
Block this nigga, man.
All right, you asked for it. King Soul, you asked for it. Poof, he's gone. And this,
hey, dog, at what point you think you gonna stop? My kids, my nigga.
He can't hear you now. He's blocked unless he.
No, I'm talking to you. Like, damn, nigga, my kids.
Right. Nah, I mean, he's congratulations to this nigga for the first nigga to be blocked here on this channel. We don't usually block people here, but you got a great point. I went back and read the comment, and you're right. You're not going to disrespect man's kids up here. You know what I mean? It's just you're getting a little too entitled. You know what I'm saying? And we try to allow people to have a voice here. That's why we read the comments. We don't mind people with the jokes. We prefer them to be funny. We don't mind the jokes. But if you're going to talk about people's children, then obviously you don't have any taste, any tact, any poise. Obviously you don't have any jokes, and we could out you, my nigga. Virginia Slim says peace and good morning. Good morning to Virginia Slim. And Brooklyn Honcho says Labudo cam up. Labudo can't cam up because when we told him to donate so he can cam up, the nigga sent $5 to Labudo. You cannot cam up until you actually make that right. You can't send V Smiles $5 and then want to talk to her about your masturbation problems. That's not going to work. And Brooklyn Honcho says salute to Virginia Slim. And Brooklyn Honcho says, stop playing with my image. I'm not sure who he's talking to with Brooklyn Honcho. But Brooklyn Honcho, if you want to elaborate, feel free to elaborate. And Virginia Slim says, salute to Brooklyn Honcho. And Brooklyn Honcho also says, Mills Lane, salute. And Kid Murray says, what y'all talking about? We were talking about what's Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. He dropped a song basically saying that she, didn't have any bullets in her bones or tendons, as that was some type of excuse to say she didn't get shot. So I'm not sure how you feel about that, but we don't think he's telling the truth. And Kid Murray also says he's laughing, says I kill people. And Redemption says deuces to the nigga we just blocked. The first nigga to get blocked on this channel. Yeah. History in the making. Episode, this is 38. Episode 38. History in the making. Nigga got itself blocked. Talking reckless. And Brooklyn Hunter says Redemption song 76. Hello. Have you donated to the okay? Oh, I see. When Brooklyn Honcho said stop playing with my image, he said that because your man Labuto is actually posing as Brooklyn Honcho now. I see what's going on. And Hemp Lord says donation sent. And I got it though. Hemp Lord. Salute to you. And I definitely want to say thank you for that. And I'll go over that as well. So before Kay gets out of here, I want to throw this one article on the screen, see if Kay has any insight for us since we are international. All right. So Kay, you're originally from France, correct?
Yeah. Okay.
How long did you live there before you moved to Canada?
21 years of my life.
Okay. So you basically grew up there for the most part. Okay. So have you heard of this man? This article comes to us from the New York Times. And it's saying to protest colonialism, he takes artifacts from museums.
I heard about that.
And okay, so maybe you can give us a little insight. So I'm gonna read some of the article, and I definitely would like to hear your feedback. The guy name, I hope I'm not butchering it, is Mawazulu Diabanza, will appear in Paris court for this month after he tried to make off with an African treasure he says was looted. France and its attitude to colonial past will be on trial too. And looks like that New York News is basically on his side, the New York Times, that is. And the article reads, early one afternoon in June, the Congolese activists walked into, I don't want to mess this word up neither, is Kawhi, is it Kwai? Brownlee? Do you know how to pronounce that word, or do you know that museum?
Museum. It's I guess diverse culture museum, Black culture museum. I don't know how you want to call it. I don't know how to explain that.
Can you say the name again? Because
Musée du Quai Branly.
Okay. So the Riverfront institution that houses treasurers from France, former colonies, and brought a ticket together with 4 associates. He wandered around the Paris Museum African collections, reading the labels and admiring the treasures on show. Yet what started as a standard museum outing soon escalated into a demonstration as he began denouncing colonial era cultural theft, while a member of his group filmed the speech and live streamed it on Facebook with another group member. With another group member's help, he then forcefully removed the slender 19th century wooden funerary post from a region that is now in Chad or Sudan and headed for the exit. Museum guards stopped him before he could leave. The next month in the southern French city of Marseille. Can you say that name for me as well?
Marseille.
Okay. And Mr. De Ayabanza seized an artifact from the Museum of African, Oceanic, and Native American Arts in another live stream protest before being halted by security. And earlier this month, in a third action that was also broadcast on Facebook, and other activists took a Congolese funeral salute from the Africa Museum in Berg en Dal, the Netherlands, before God stopped them again. And they say, they go on to say, Mr. Diabanzi, the spokesperson for the Pan-African movement that seeks reparations for colonialism, slavery, and cultural expropriation, is set to stand trial in Paris September 30th, along with the 4 associates from the original time. And they say he will face a charge of attempted theft in a case that is also likely to put France on the stand for its colonial track record. Yep. And for holding so much of sub-Saharan African culture heritage, 90,000 or so objects in this museum. And I heard a little noise in my background, so hopefully that didn't mess up what I was saying. But feel free to comment on this first, Kay. What's your thoughts?
All right. So what people need to understand, because I don't know if people in the US know about that. I doubt it though. France has a very, 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 very heavy colonial past. And when England and other countries actually stopped slavery in their colonies, France actually didn't stop it. A lot of colonies and stuff like that would actually had to fight with France. There was some wars in Algeria, for example. There was a war with the French government as well, so that they could gain their liberty. So it was a very difficult transition from being a colony to being an independent territory. My island, for example, is still a French territory. We were a former colony, and then they transformed it into a French territory afterwards. So what you need to understand is that during all these years, France was just kind of like just grabbing everything on whatever territory they were on, just grabbing stuff that weren't theirs in the first place. And now these things are placed in museum all over France, obviously. So I do understand what this man is saying and what he's trying to do, because it's true that a lot of those things that are worth a lot of money, that have significant meaning for the people that may, need it or may want to get it back in their respective countries, are still held by France. And France makes a lot of money with all these people going to these museums every year. Like, it's crazy. Paris, the Quai Branly Museum is in Paris, and it's one of the most visited museums that we have in the city. It's a very nice museum, but when you know the history of why the stuff are in there, is because they were stolen at some point. And France also has a history of, they still manage a lot of stuff that is going on in Africa when it comes to politics and stuff like that. So even though they are independent countries, there's a lot of influence from France. The money is still manufactured from France for a lot of countries. So I understand where it's coming from. And there's a point in time where, people have just have to say, listen, like, you gain all of this, you're making money off of all of this because you stole it. When is it going to stop? Because it's literally just another form of domination on, former colonies, former, European, former colonies on now free African countries. So I get it. And there's more and more movements like this.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. I'll see what come out of that trial, because that's very new
Before we move on, and because I know you have to leave soon to start work. You spoke about your island that you come from being a former, being colonized by the French originally as well.
Yeah.
What island is that, and what year did they receive independence?
So we're not independent. It's Guadeloupe. There's also Martinique, so it's in the Caribbeans. Yeah.
You derive from both of those places?
No, just Guadeloupe, but Martinique has the same status.
Oh, okay. And what status is this?
So we are French territories, French overseas territories. So we have a French passport. We benefit from French, healthcare and stuff like that. The people that own like most of the supermarkets and most of the land and most of everything are descendants of former slave owners. So that's also,
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, MillzLane, what's your thoughts on this man liberating or attempting to liberate African art from these museums?
Yes, the vultures have to be collected. That's how he feels. First of all, how do you have artifacts from Africa without receipts? Right? So that way you took it. You don't have a receipt proving that it belongs to you, or you traded it for Africa, they gave them something for this. There's no receipts. So yeah, he's going to go get these products, these artifacts, all this artwork that France is making money off of, right? Yep. And that money is not being paid back by way of reparations.
Right.
So, all power to the real life Killmonger.
The real life Killmonger. Salute to that man. Steph, your thoughts?
No, that was actually a bar. I get it. These people, you want to have museums and kind of memorialize these things, but dog, you got to compensate these people. There has to be real compensation for it. You know what I'm saying? All these artifacts are worth millions of dollars, and like you sitting on money, and you haven't compensated these people. Like if it was the other way around, what we see. Let me back out of that comment. Let me back out of that.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm backing out of that.
Oh, all right. So I'm going to say, first off, salute the man's intentions. His intentions. I believe his real good intentions. But I'm gonna agree with like one of these comments I see right here, and Kid Murray says, I'm not gonna agree with calling him a goofy, but he says, why were they goofy asses on Facebook Live though? So I'm gonna agree with in the sense that why would you broadcast it? You know what I'm saying? Like if you really wanted to take the art back, if you really wanted to liberate the art, why not liberate the art? Why get caught? But in their defense, maybe he knew he was going to get caught and he was just wanting to make a stance.
Oh no, that's what he's doing. He actually filed against France for theft. So
if he filed against France for theft, then why not, continue with that instead of just trying to take? Because now that you filed against France for theft, it's like, how are you going to, how are you going to win that? How are you going to win that now when you're fighting a court case simultaneously for theft?
Okay.
I'm sorry. MillzLane had his hands up for a minute. Mills, you wanted to say something?
This why put it on Facebook Live, and why when you got to fight this in court, because the court of public opinion means something in this new world. I liken this to the lady that climbs the pole to tear down the Confederate flag at the State House. Yeah, she's going to get in some trouble, but in the court of public opinion, who's not, historically tied to the rebel loser flag family, the other people will think that was an admirable thing and wouldn't look to give her any type of punishment. So that's probably what he's looking for. He's looking for the opportunity. Hey, the whole world, including France, has done terrible things to Africa or Haiti or other countries. And hey, let's just give me my, give it back.
Right. That's a great point. I'm sorry, Kay. And you wanted to say something too?
No, that's what I was saying. one, the court system is different in France. Like for him to be filing against France, I'm guessing this gonna have to go all the way up to the European court. That takes a few, like we have so many courts. It's like in the US, we have so many courts before you can actually file against the whole state. And for you to file against the state, if you file within the state against the state, it's already even more complicated. So that was his way, in my opinion, of like just also telling the people in certain countries in Africa, like we also need to wake up. Like we also need to wake up, and we all need to be like, this has to stop. And this is coming at a time where there's been conversation in a lot of African countries in which the money is literally controlled by France, literally printed in France. There's been conversations about them leaving that money and creating their own money. And France is not the one that wants to let go. They don't want to let go of that because they make so much money off of it. They get to dictate how much, certain countries sells their goods for. Right. They understand, like for the European Union, and even for the United States, there's a lot of control that is happening around that. So France doesn't want to let go. So this is happening at a time where people are literally waking up and being like, we need to stop this because it doesn't make any sense. So that's why doing this live and putting it like on social media is important, because you need to get the support of the people. Right.
You know what? You both raised really good points, and I feel like I understand it now. I understand why he will put it on social media. I understand court of public opinion means a lot. Keenan Khan says, give Ethiopia back they shit too. Agreed. And let me see. Yeah, we got to the bottom of it, Brooklyn Honcho. We got to I see the difference in the picture now too. Oh, we also took that page out of the
Somebody's using my page. Somebody's
using your name now too. It's the same troll, it's the same dude, and he's making comments under your name. Yep, he is.
I need you to not use my identity, because I'm actually let's not do this. Let's really not troll people like that, because this is actually giving me anxiety right now. So let's not.
Okay, so Labuto, we actually know who this is. It's a guy by the name of Labuto. Labuto, we're gonna ask you politely before we go ham on you to go ahead and stop using people from the panel and or audience profile pictures to make pages acting like them. All right, we're gonna go ahead and ask you nicely, and we're gonna put you in timeout, but we're gonna go ahead and say, go ahead and feel free to stop being a dickhead right now. You feel me? There we go. So Keith Murray says Black Nathan Drake, and Virginia Sim says laugh out loud, this dude is the real life Killmonger. And Brooklyn Hunter says, yeah, this nigga we got to the bottom of it. And and Virginia Sim says, Steph, you good, my dude? Hold on, your mic is on Teddy Riley. My fault. Go ahead.
I'm fine.
There we go. And let me see. HB2N says shaking my head. And yeah, that's your boy. That's your man's in them. And so let me see. Thank you for that in-depth foresight. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that we're international now, and that we have people that can give us feedback from an international point of view. And with that being said, we do want to go back to American politics really quick. And if Kay is still with us for this one, I'll be interested in hearing what she has to say about this one as well. And basically, your man Kanye, Steph. Your man Kanye is still at it.
Is he?
He is. They say he spent a whole $1 million being still at it, and I'm gonna play the video, but apparently he's still at it. He's still running for president, and the birthday party is very real. And the article goes on to say Kanye West campaign hired GOP operative with history of controversial work, and I believe they say he spent about $1 million of dollars on this. So I'm gonna play the video, and if anything is left to be desired, we'll read the article.
Was 7 cents, but ever since Trump won, it proved that I could be president.
Kanye West's ill-fated presidential bid has shelled out nearly $1.5 million to an Arizona firm run by a man with a long history of controversial work for the GOP.
Our company had a systematic effort of quality control.
The address for the mysterious newly formed company, Fortified Consulting, instead leads to Lincoln Strategy, a GOP consulting firm founded by Nathan Sproul. Sproul has worked for Republicans for years, doing voter registration, consulting, and polling. His firm even worked for Donald Trump's 2016 campaign. Sproul's involvement and history with the GOP add to suspicions that the billionaire rapper's run is little more than an effort to siphon votes from Democratic nominee Joe Biden and boost President Donald Trump's re-election odds.
Make America great again, had a negative perception. I took it, boy, rocked it, gave it a new direction.
That perception also fed by West's prior support for Trump.
But I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a hug right here.
West, who did not comment for this story, has no mathematical shot at winning the presidency, but is soldiering on.
I'm running because I was hit with the idea to run in 2020. Right. Now, the outcome is up to God.
His campaign, meantime, faces complaints across the country over allegedly submitting fake signatures, duping voters into signing petitions supporting West, or, according to reporters in Wyoming, asking voters to sign a petition to, quote, take votes from Biden.
I think this campaign's attempt to get on the ballot has been unusually rocky. There's always people willing to take your money if you're saying you're willing to get on the ballot. And given the time frame and the difficulty of getting on the presidential ballot in such a short time period, people cut corners.
Complaints have not been tied directly to Fortified or Sproul. They are similar, though, to complaints Sproul's firms have faced before, though Sproul and his companies have never faced charges. Sproul told CNN every presidential cycle his firms are subjected to a predictable series of scurrilous and defamatory political attacks designed to score cheap political points, and called the allegations completely without merit. In 2004, a Sproul company faced allegations it destroyed Democrats' voter registrations and forged registration cards, setting off investigations in Arizona, Nevada, and Oregon. Investigators in Oregon cleared Sproul of wrongdoing, but noted paying workers per signature gathered, rather than hourly, lends itself to fraudulent activity. In 2012, suspicious voter registration forms in Florida were linked to a Sproul company. 2 former workers wound up with probation, another sentenced to a short jail stint. The Republican National Committee and Mitt Romney's campaign dropped Sproul's firm.
Rumor and innuendo run rampant. And I think it is a sexy news story 30 days out from a presidential election to scream the word fraud. And it's unfortunate.
By 2016, Sproul was back, working for the RNC and the Trump campaign. Sproul says this time he's working for West because Kanye 2020 transcends traditional partisan labels.
Who gon' stop me? Who gon' stop me, huh?
West's campaign has drawn support from GOP operatives across the country and scorn from critics who say Republicans are taking advantage of the music mogul. West has said he has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and doesn't take regular medication for it. His wife has asked the public for compassion and empathy for West, who appears undeterred in his pursuit of the White House.
I shall be president at some point in our lifetime.
Now, Nathan Sproul says his company always follows the law. He says any employees who violate their standard will be dismissed. As for the president and his campaign, they say they have nothing to do with Kanye West's presidential bid.
All right, there you have it. He's hiring the shady Better Call Saul type, firm to manage his campaign. So he's definitely still at it. And I'm gonna start with you, Kay, because I know you have to leave soon. And you had some strong words to say about our country and us allowing Trump to win.
Yes.
You said it makes us look crazy. So how does this make us look?
Okay, first of all, I didn't know it was still running. Because we haven't heard about it in like a little while.
Right.
Listen, right? It's not a question of what this makes you look like, because clearly the United States is probably one of the only countries in the world where like just anybody could just decide to become president. You know what I mean? You have an actor as a governor somewhere. I'm not saying that he's not doing a good job. I'm just saying that's one of the only countries where you could probably do this type of things. I don't know. Listen, I don't know what Kanye is attempting to do. I don't know what this is doing. I just know that as a country, something needs to happen to the US. Like we've been talking about it for a while with friends and like people looking at the news. And I just believe that you guys need a reset button and just reset everything and like start new. And then when it comes to Kanye, I mean, we clearly know he's probably not going to win. I don't know why he's still running. Is it going to split the votes? Probably. Because there are probably people that are going to vote for him. So, I guess we'll see what happens in November. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this. Because at this point, I'm very appalled at what's going on in the United States. So, but that's just my external point of view.
So you feel that here anybody could be president? You think that's a real thing?
Well, I don't know. When I look at France, for example, in France, for anybody to even pretend to get to the presidency, you need to have went to law school. And then there's the specific school in France that every people that work in superior levels of law, of politics, they all go there. Almost all go there. And like they all have this specific kind of education. And then they are in a political party for like long enough for them to actually get elected, for them to actually, run for the presidency. So I feel like Kanye West has no prior education like that is legal whatsoever. He has no, like Trump, he probably has some kind of education, but he was not literally a part of a political party for like the longest. He was just a businessman. And it was just like, let me just throw money at things and I'm gonna be president. That's what happened. So that's why I'm saying this, because I'm coming with my French point of view of people
the way it looks.
Doing this as a career. That's like you're taking steps to do that. And Kanye was just like, hey, let me just run for president. I already have, brands and stuff. And I'm a Kanye fan, but I just think that sometimes you just need to stick to what you do best, which for him is clearly anything creative.
So as a Kanye fan, you don't feel he's the reset button you feel we need to push?
Nah, I feel like you just like literally electoral system needs to go. Like you just need a reset of the structure of things and just start over.
Okay. Mills Lane, American culture topics. Let's go, sir. What's your thoughts on Kanye?
Kanye, he's just a real American. And a real American in 2020 who looked 4 years ago and watched a dad made millionaire turn billionaire turn millions, or I say at least 10 bankruptcies, guy 3 marriages, guy sex scandals, guy become the president of the United States of America, all by popularity, and didn't even have the popular vote. His ability to tug on the negative, nasty parts of the American fabric that think that there's some great nonsensical way back to the past where everything was so brilliant, when the education we have been given is that our country only gets better with time. So with all that being said, and Kanye, I remember he was rapping in 06, but he was in the music business way before then. So he's now amassing he's a billionaire based on his assets and his shoe company and his records and homes, and even being tied to a wealthy family that also was made by, let's just say, tugging on the heartstrings of these Americans, and with a little bit of help of Ray J. But with all that being said, Kanye running for president, I first thought of it was like some type of tax thing. I think rich people run for office, Bloomberg, Nader, I forget the old Ross Perot. These people would just run for president, and I thought it was a tax thing associated with it. But after all of that, and yes, he spoke about being president before, but since he was an ally of Donald Trump, he figured he had to wait until 2024. Since he kind of fell away, I guess he took medicine one day and decided he didn't want to be friends with Trump anymore. So the fact that now he feels as though he can run for president, and the guy who took his money, like the newscaster said, yeah, I'll take $1.5 million from Kanye. If he wants to run for president, I will try to make sure he can run for president. And of course, he didn't get the greatest timeline in our country. A lot of states, he's already passed the deadline of getting on the ballot.
Right. But
it's still an aspiration. He can still continue. Now he's learning the first part. So when 2024 comes around, he should have everything in order if he is what he says he is.
All right, fair enough. And you raised a lot of good points about rich people running in the past. And Kay, just want to say, I do not believe in this country anybody could be president, but I would like to believe that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't necessarily believe that. But I think that's pretty interesting what France does, where it make you have to, go through certain school. That kind of makes sense. But then again, it wouldn't be democracy the illusion of democracy, right? Because then you will have to get into the school and be part of this, club or whatever. But Steph, what's your thoughts on your man still running for president, sinking a few $1 million into it, or $1.5 million or whatever it was? Obviously, that's a drop in the bucket because he's now a billionaire. But what's your thoughts on that? And the shady guy he hired, the shady dude.
Oh, well, I find it interesting that the dude was too hot for Mitt Romney to touch, but just perfect for Kanye and Trump. All right, a lot of shady shit. Two of his employees here in Florida got arrested. There's always something going on with the votes here in Florida every single year. Every single election at least. Well, presidential election. It seems like our regular elections are just fine. But as far as Kanye running for president, man, I'm really, really over it. Because he's not running for president. I wish people would pay attention. But this is equivalent to $1 million in a donation for Trump. What he's trying to do is just take votes away from Joe Biden, hoping people will vote for me just off the strength that I'm black, right? And those people who will vote for you just because they're black, well, stats say most black people are Democrats. So if you're getting some black votes, you're probably taking them away from Joe Biden. That's the tactic that they're using. I feel like it's weak because the people who will go out, because people who intended to vote for Joe Biden aren't going to be persuaded to vote for Kanye, right? I just don't think that's a real thing.
Okay, Millz Lane, if you're still with us, I believe you had something to say to that before. I believe you had a response. You wanted to say something in the beginning?
No, I spoke up about Kanye.
Okay, no, I thought you would say something in response to what Steph was saying. It looked like you wanted to say something at one point.
No, I had to calm down for a second.
Okay. Do you feel? Let me ask you this: do you feel when Steph says that he's trying to siphon votes, because that's also the narrative out there that they said that they confirmed that he said he was ciphering votes? Do you think he's ciphering votes?
I mean, if anything, his vote should be from the youth, or I should say, the people that probably purchase his items. Those are the only votes he can siphon, because the black vote is not as monolithic as it used to be.
Right.
So I know black women are closer to monolithic and, hanging with the Democratic Party. But black men, Trump was able to pierce into that, and he's going to do it even stronger this time. So it's not a to siphon from Biden. He's more siphoning from Trump than Biden, to me.
So I'm gonna say this: the people who buy his records are probably more overwhelmingly young white people. So they're probably not gonna vote unless they do it as a joke for Kanye. But but what I will say is I'm looking forward to these debates coming. I'm looking forward to these debates, and I hope he crashes the debate. What say you guys? Do you hope to see a moment where Kanye jumps on the stage? Pardon me, Biden. I just got something to say. Like, he crashed the awards. I'm looking for him. I want to see him at the debates.
It would be nice if somebody who has a big platform, Revolt or BET, somebody that has a big platform, when there's rebuttals being given, like after the State of the Union or the presidential address, or even after this first debate, it would be nice for somebody to take the time, instead of going right into that content that they're expecting people to want to hear, the reactions of the debate. They should have the other candidates speak up, especially Kanye. It would probably be a little bit of buzz. You go in a different direction from the debate in your content, but at least, like I said, there are places that he should be able to go.
Copy. Kay, I know you have to go soon, so I want to formally say peace out to you. If you can hear us, your mic is on Teddy Riley.
Yeah, I have to go work.
Yes, you're a career woman. So we respect it. A young career woman. Thank you for gracing our panel today. I hope to see you soon.
Have a good
yes,
rest
we
of
will.
the night.
And let me say that I apologize if you feel any way about the trolls, but just know that is the nature of YouTube to a degree. You will have trolls, and they will make pages sometimes and things like that. So don't feel no way. I hope the anxiety wears off.
No, it's good.
All right, cool. Thank you again. I'll see you soon. All right.
Bye, guys.
Peace. So that was okay. Our international connection. So so I'm gonna say, as far as Kanye, I'm gonna say, me personally though, I am over it, but at the same time, I would like to see somebody from the ground up become president. Like, I would like to see democracy truly work one day. I will hope that thing is really true. You feel me? Like, that somebody, I would like to see a MillzLane, a Steph, a JahLogic, somebody that's a regular person grab the hearts of the people. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, I ain't regular, my nigga. I'm special.
You would say it again?
I said, I ain't regular, my nigga. I'm special.
All right. Well, I feel you on that. So let me rephrase it. How would I rephrase it? Somebody who is not maybe a billionaire, somebody who's maybe not, a household name yet. You feel what I'm saying? Or in that good old boys club, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that would be good, but like, I got this thing on my skin. It's called melanin. It's kind of light though, but it's there. And once you shine that bright light on me, and you say, this guy can save the country, there's so many people that's gonna go, what? And then there's the people that go, but what about his past? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No,
But I would like to see somebody who has a past that is remnants to ours. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind somebody with a few weed charges on his record. Or
I can explain away some of it. You know what I mean? But I can't explain away all of it. Some of it I can explain away.
I can dig it. And
at the end of the day, you just like this,
right?
Yeah, it's America, and I can fall no sword and violin for America. Y'all put me in the projects. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't let the dads be at the projects. You know what I'm saying? Then you make me go to school, not in the projects. Then you got the teachers looking at me funny. I'm always being profiled every time I go in the store. It's all this stress. Then I get stressed from the PTSD. Every morning I wake up, I'm watching the cop kick somebody's family, some black man's ass, some black woman's ass every day. I just got to keep seeing this every day. Ain't nobody giving me no medication. Nobody giving me no free therapy for this. Nothing. But you just giving me all this stuff and all this stress. And then I want to go and smoke some weed or something. And then you want to lock me up for that? I need pain relief.
I'm voting for that.
I'm working my ass off. I'm doing 40 plus hours a week for low wages because you're not respecting my wages. You sending the jobs overseas. Y'all just doing all this stuff. You just causing me all this stress every day. But yet I'm still standing firm. I'm even praying. But I'm keeping one eye open while I'm praying because I know somebody trying to stick their hand in my pocket while I'm sitting here trying to, be at peace and try to coexist with y'all. But guess what?
Right at that point, you gotta say, "Get your hand out of my pocket!" Right?
Yeah, get your hand out of my pocket. Let the fire and everything. Yeah, man. But
I'm voting for that speech, though. I'm voting for that speech. I will vote for that speech.
It's just the beginning because I'm gonna hold you accountable. That this means you. I always saw that this means you. That Uncle Sam just sitting up in there and they're talking about, I gotta do my job. I gotta do my part. I gotta pay my taxes. So check them facts. Check them stats. The tax always filed, everything done, everything accumulated on me. You ain't gonna find none of that stash.
Hey Millz, can I be your campaign manager? I'm fucking with that speech. I want to be your campaign manager. Yeah. Millz president.
And I'm going, okay.
I'm going with that speech. I don't know if we're gonna win over the white Republicans with that one, but I'm going for that speech.
I think I can get Kanye. I think I can trick him up.
So hold on. Let me go to the comments real quick. Keenan Kong, speaking of the melanin on our skin, says the panel looking real light today, by the way. And my man HB2S says, "Get your hand out my pocket." 2024 Millz. Yo, I told you that shit would be lit. I'm with it.
I'm about to say low key that is kind of fire.
That shit is
hands out my pocket 2024.
2024. Get your hand in my pocket. Millz Lane for president. I'm with the shits. Let me see. Keenan Kong is laughing, and I just got a little text from the homies. They said Millz is a good fit. I agree. Sugar Shay says great topics. Thank you, Sugar Shay. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And Millz Lane is laughing. And HB Twin says, yeah, black men woke now. I'll take the black woke. I'll take the black woman. It'll take the black woman another 40 years to figure out the flim flam. I mean, I think they will put a black woman in power before they put a well, I can't say that because Camilla is now and we had Obama already. But I think that black women actually get a lot of respect in politics and or business. You know what I'm saying? So whereas the black man, sometimes we can be intimidating if we're not as graceful as a Barack Obama. And let's not forget, Barack Obama was related to three. I just want to say clearly, let's not forget, Obama was related to 3 former presidents. Go ahead, Steph.
Also, I think it's also important to remember how extraordinary Obama was, right? Like, this ain't no nigga off the street. This is a top of his class in Harvard. You know what I'm saying? Like that, he wasn't no ordinary Joe. He actually, isn't he the most educated president we've ever had? That's what it takes to be a black president. You have to have credentials coming out your ears.
Hey, Steph, that's what it takes to be a black anything. You got to have way more credentials to qualify to be something versus your white counterpart applying for the same job. Millz, you saying something?
Obama wasn't ADOS. Obama family wasn't a American descendant of slave.
No, I never confused that.
So you know that piece of it, like if a whip was cracked, people that's in ADOS, you feel that different. You watch Roots a little bit different than somebody like Obama. That's how, that's a distinction right there.
Two points real quick, right? I've never heard it pronounced ADOS. I always hear people say ADOS and just say it out there, American descendants of slaves. But however, I get what you're saying. There is a difference. Like, although he's African American, he's not a descendant of slaves. It is actual difference. His father is directly from Africa. His mother is directly from America. Now, but to go on, I was just kind of, damn, I forgot what I was going to say.
It's all good. It's all good.
I hate when that happens.
Hemp Law says Obama was an extraordinary gangster. Now, even though that Obama was related to 3 former presidents and he wasn't ADOS like Millz Lane said, I'm not taking anything from his gangster. I agree with you there.
This is where I was going with it, right? Because when it comes to voting, they're still looking at you like, they still look at you like an African American, ADOS. When it comes to voting, the white people aren't making a distinction. They're not separating the two. You nigga.
There, but think about it. He got to prop up a white mother.
I've never seen his mother.
There's no white people to prop up. Oh man, she got eyes. They was like real, like just like him.
Ain't she dead now?
Yeah, but he still had a picture to prop up of a white person, and that's safe. It's like they felt like they could vote for him because he would never he would never take out the race of people that birthed him.
I mean, I think there are white people that wouldn't ordinarily vote for a black man that still voted for him, but I don't think that's all of them. So I think you're both right. You know what I'm saying? But I want to comment on this comment. Hemp Law says, like I said, he was an extraordinary gangster. I do believe he's part of the system. I do believe he was groomed for the position. I believe presidents are usually put there. I knew he was going to win before he won, whereas a lot of people were surprised. I said, nah, that's who they're going to put. That's who they're going to put the rockets to sleep right now. You know what I mean? Because at the time, everybody was super woke. We just got off of 8 years of Bush. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm gonna stop you there.
Hold on, don't stop me yet. I just want to finish my point because I want to say it again. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, like I said, I'm not going to take from his gangster, because what really to me was gangster about him was the fact that people could say anything they want about this man and he still carry himself with class. That's the shit that was gangster about him to me. Go ahead, Steph.
We were not woke. We weren't woke at all. We weren't woke at all. Like our conscience, the black conscience in America, we were dead in the water. We were asleep. That's why there were no discrimination laws against us in the South at that point, because they know we weren't voting. Up until 2012, we weren't voting. There was no need to alter the Civil Rights, the Voters' Right Act. There was no need to do it. Niggas went voting. We was asleep at the wheel. And then when Obama comes, they see that, oh, black people actually can influence an election. 2013, they altered the Voters' Right Act. No, we were asleep. We were asleep. We just seen a black man, was like, oh, I think I'll go vote.
Millz, you agree with that? You think that first of all, was 8 years of Bush we had before him?
Yeah.
Okay. You agree with that? We were asleep?
I definitely agree with that. I would say, and I'll get on my Obama gangster point right after this. But yes, when Obama got elected in 2008, 2009, I thought all I had to do was just, be a model citizen, be Obama-like, and everything's going to be great. If we all take that initiative to rise up, we're in the White House now. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of threw away some of my nigga clothes. I don't use that word that much, but his gangs.
You
threw away your white tees?
Yeah, a lot of the white tees.
He came in office 2008.
He was elected in 2008, and January of 2009 is the inauguration.
So 2008 is when you threw away your FUBU jeans, your extra baggy jeans.
Yeah, my Sean John velour jumpsuit. I mean,
your NBA pants with the logos on them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, NBA pants with the logos. How do you know?
But good, the Obama gangster point.
Obama's gangster was his military gangster. Obama military gangster. His only misstep was Syria, but it's not 100% his fault. But Obama he found bin Laden, you know what I'm saying? So that couldn't, George Bush had 7 years basically to do that and couldn't. Obama also was sneaky, and he set up a strategic base in Djibouti, a country in Africa, real small country. And he set up a base, and that base would be known as like the launch pad of the drone wars. Obama got the drone game popping. Obama was just bombing everything. Weddings, he didn't care. He was just bombing it all. And a lot of things changed in that front, in that war.
So to speak to that point, Hempler also says he was smooth, classy, and gangster, bomb people with a smile. Yep. And let me see. And Keenan Khan says Libya too. And Virginia Slim says, I'm mad white people think Obama getting elected was form of reparations. Facts. We gave you Obama. This is definitely how I feel. Go ahead. You was gonna say something?
No. I just agree with that.
And
I agree.
And HB Toy says Virginia Slim, to be fair, niggas was acting like I don't know what the rest of that. And then Virginia Slim says, Millz Lane, you don't think taking out Gaddafi was a misstep?
That was Hillary's call.
That was and that was his Secretary of State. Yep. And Gaddafi was trying, for those who may not know, but most know, Gaddafi was trying to form get like a water pipeline flowing through Africa, to give access to like 600 million Africans, which is not a small thing, which is a major thing. And Libya was one of the few countries that didn't have their money backed by that International Bank, IBF.
Yeah.
So when you put two things together like that, Gaddafi's concerns for helping Africa and using money, Gaddafi also tried to give Farrakhan $1 billion. The United States wouldn't let that happen either. And since Obama is related to these presidents, and you know how people like to say they're selected, you know, and all that.
Selected.
Obama,
yeah.
So Obama, like I said, his mama, he can't look in his mom's eyes and go against the grain.
And Redemption says a dark-skinned man would not have gotten elected. Colorist, but true. And Virginia Slim says facts, Redemption. And Hemp Law also says Obama didn't do much for ADOS. He gangstered the position. Virginia Slim says Obama won on the strength of the one drop rule. And HB2N says mother is Jewish. And he also says Barry was the smoothest, longest legged, jivest. Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me get my shit together. HB2N says Barry was the smoothest, long-legged, jivest president we ever had. He finessed blacks more than anyone. He definitely did. The night he won. Oh man, just shit. The streets was crazy, man. The streets was crazy. I seen a nigga in his Dwayne Reed shirt just running up and down the street on North Trenton Avenue in Brooklyn. So Obama, I'm like, yo, this nigga, yo, don't he know your job is still gonna be at Dwayne Reed? If anybody don't know what Dwayne Reed, that's like a CVS or Walgreens or something, you know what I mean? But it's not that I'm looking down on that shit, but it's like the dude, black people really thought something was gonna happen for them. But to go back to our original point of topic before we got into the tangent, not even to go back to the original Kanye comment, but when I said that people were a little bit more woke at that time, I feel like after Katrina and even Kanye, speaking of Kanye, who's on TV, Bush don't care about black people and all that. I feel like not just black people, but it was a general awakening happening. And I might be a little biased because I was in New York City where, you know, New York, you know, we have a lot of, you know, quote unquote conscious community hubs and all that. And that's whatever, because that's not always means you smart or conscious people from that community. But I just feel like where I was, I seen a lot more people who were it just seemed like the temperature seemed like people were sick of the presidency. They were sick of the system. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like when Obama came, people went, and if they ain't go back to sleep, they went deeper into sleep because they really felt like, okay, now we got Obama, he gonna fix everything. And he really didn't fix shit. You know what I'm saying? He really didn't fix anything.
Ja, do you think that people dropped the ball? Because the first thing, you know, he ran on Obamacare. I mean, like, I don't know if it was called that then, but he ran on universal health care.
Right.
So he's trying to get, and he also has the country was falling apart with the financial crisis. So he's trying to right that ship with giving out money to these big corporations that were considered too big to fail. Like, how do you get a statement like that?
Right.
It's like, you know, somebody being 500 pounds, and it's like, if you don't give them some cheeseburgers, they're gonna die. Like, how do we? But getting back to the point, he couldn't. It was a struggle. But those first 2 years were the only 2 years where he had the House of Representatives. They had an actual majority, but the Republicans just kept fighting. And when 2010 rolled around, where it's time for we had to double down and vote harder, nobody showed up and the Republicans took over.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I think that's a result of them falling deep into sleep.
And yep.
Yeah. Redemption says it was wild in DC. I lived 4 blocks from the White House at the time. Insane. Brooklyn Honcho says I thought something was going to happen for the minority. Paul Fool. You ain't the only one who was tricked, so don't feel bad. It was a lot of people that got tricked around that time. Ish is laughing. He said Obama is long-legged Mac Daddy, Pastor Manning voice.
The minority did get something. The
What's
letters are L, G, B, T, Q, plus everything else.
There you go. Keenan Collins says, I think white folks will vote for the Kentucky Attorney General. Okay. And
you know what's
what's
funny?
up?
Most represented groups have something planned that they want from a president. We didn't want nothing. You have not because you asked not.
Right.
Right.
Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't remember the NAACP presenting anything to him, or any major black organization for that matter. Rainbow Coalition, nothing.
All they wanted to do was take pictures with him.
That was it.
Everybody just want to take pictures with him. There's a lot of people who met him too. Virginia Sims said the Louisville DA spoke at the Republican National Convention. That should have told us where the Breonna Taylor case was going to go. And speaking about that, we definitely going to go deep into the Breonna Taylor situation on Wednesday on our 40th episode, which will be the season finale, and we're gonna go through it with a fine-tooth comb. We don't want to just brush over it. Obviously, everyone knows that they only charge one cop with some charges and not with the charges a lot of us would like to see. But there are different narratives and different opinions on it. And today we don't want to start everybody's weekend with that type of energy. So Wednesday, we're going to go in. It'll be hump day. It'll be the middle of the week. And we're going to go ham. We're going to take the gloves off. We spoke to J Doug. He said he's going to try to pull up. Casey's going to be there. I might have to invite Muhammad X. Shakur. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see. We're going to take the gloves off. We're really going to dive into this Breonna Taylor situation. But I agree about we should have seen that where the case was going to go. Keenan says, once Obama baby girl graduated, him and Michelle are going to split and going to start fucking with Black China.
Anybody but her, man. Come on. God.
And Act Mac says Obama made me feel like he had sex that he had sex with her then ghosted her.
Yo, that's funny because the first year, like the whole first year, probably the first 2 years, every time Trump said something stupid and they wanted to hear from Obama was on a jet ski, or he was parachute, he out riding bike, he playing golf, he in the French Riviera, Michelle out there in Italy buying clothes. I'm like, yo, what y'all think about what he doing? And he like, what?
The daughters is at concert, smoking.
Yeah, I'm on vacation. Obama said, I'm on vacation.
Kid Murray said, do y'all think Obama be at the crib playing 2K sometimes? I think he pretends he would do some shit like that, but no, but I do think he still smoke weed. That's what I do think. I think he definitely be burning it down. Redemption says, agreed, Slim. In addition to being endorsed by the police union, we knew what was up when the barricades were installed, and they also sent in I believe National Guards.
Oh yeah.
And AACMAC said when we reelected when the reelected season came, he sent me to Hey You text. He sent me Hey You text. And Virginia Sim says, right, Redemption, they were prepping the city a few days in advance for the response. That's definitely a fact. Brooklyn Honcho says, oh, we finna get flagged, is what you saying on Wednesday. Pretty much. We can expect to get flagged, and we can expect to have to throw the whole goddamn season on Patreon. So speaking of that, while we got everybody in the room, I want everyone to know Monday, we're going to talk about our favorite moments. So if you have any favorite moments, feel free to go get the timestamp, the actual time when it happened and the episode, and we'll play it and we'll talk about it and we'll laugh as we wrap up this season 1. It's been a great season. I appreciate everybody who came in to host a show or shows, all the people in the chat. We really appreciate y'all. HB2N says facts. He said Obama at the crib getting his back. Obama at the crib getting his back blown out. HB2N.
All right, you better listen for them drones, HB2N. Listen for them drones.
Said HB2N, a viewer in the chat, just so the YouTube algorithms get me correct. For the drones be at my window. HB2N said Brianna used her boyfriend as a human shield. I don't know what the big deal is. See, this is the type of shit we're gonna have to talk about on Wednesday. There's a lot of different people who feel differently about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna say. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna take the gloves off, and we're gonna really dive in and explore. And Keenan sent me an interesting video that on the Breonna Taylor situation that I also am taking into consideration in regards to when we speak about it on Wednesday. Sleepy Aki says my favorite is blocking the bozo. I'm gonna say that now. Yeah, we finally blocked somebody. I never thought we had to block anybody, but we finally had to block somebody. And I just want to let people know this should be a teachable moment. Because we read your comments, because we acknowledge most of the comments, doesn't mean that you have the power to say and or do whatever you like to us and our co-hosts. That's not what happens up here. We like funny jokes. We like to joke. If it's not funny, if it's disrespectful, we will respond in kind. However, we're not, just because we give you the power to get your voice heard doesn't mean you have the power over us. It's more of a shared power type of thing that we're sharing with you when we read your comments. So if anybody else feels the urge to talk reckless to us on a real disrespectful type note, mentioning family and things of that nature, just know that, you know, we won't tolerate it. You will be blocked and or ignored, and you won't, you know, and I feel this show is a great show. I do feel this is a show, is an underrated show because it's new, but I think it's a great show. And you will have to watch from a page where you can't talk from it, or you might not be able to watch or whatever, but you won't have that power to be acknowledged anymore. And I think that's one of the things that makes this show great, that we acknowledge you guys. You know what I mean? So just show some respect. We don't mind jokes, but show some respect. You know what I mean? Keenan Khan says, Obama talking to IG thoughts. Bet you know you want these nuts. And
hey, what that from Sprung?
I don't remember.
Hey, you seen Sprung?
Yeah.
When it was in the lineup, like, and they had to repeat the line. Girl, I know you want these nuts.
And that comment was from Keenan Kong. All right, just want to say that's for the drones knock on my window. And Redemption Soul says, we can disagree, but disrespect is unacceptable. Facts. You know, we disagree all the time on this show, but we always have a great ending to the show. We speak after the show. You know what I mean? We salute everybody. Good show. You know what I'm saying? Virtual high fives, all that shit. So, you know, we're grown here, and being grown is also having good jokes, right? Because we're grown, we can talk that crazy shit, but we got to respect each other. You know what I'm saying? And respect goes a long way. I don't know about anybody else, but I like to show respect. You know what I mean? It makes me feel better as a person to show people respect. You know what I mean? AX says, I realized Obama's gangster and he was telling jokes at the White House correspondence dinner at the same exact time the special ops were taking out bin Laden. Poker face on 9,000. Yo, I realized this nigga was gangster when he bombed the moon. They laughed at me a few episodes ago. Remember stuff? But I said, yo, that nigga bombed the moon and got the Peace Prize that same fucking morning. I was tight. I was in DC that day too.
We still laughing at you, bro. The moon ain't collapsed. Ain't nothing bad happened. He just like, oh, you bombed the moon? Ah, I can't comprehend. That nigga was mad. Hey, you real deal was mad about that shit. That shit had me dying, boy.
Yo, you should have seen me when it happened, though. I was at my father's house in DC with my little bro and the homies, and I talked their ear off for an hour, no less than an hour, about how mad I was about this nigga bombing the moon and then getting the Peace Prizes. I was tight. Anyway, Keenan says, yeah, man, leave the mamas and the babies out of it. That's a fact. And Virginia Sim says, Obama follows porn stars on IG. Dude getting it in behind the scenes. I'm not surprised. And I'm going to just say this before I go to the comments that we missed. I'm about to scroll up and go to the comments that we missed. I'm going to just pose this question to my panel. We're all men here. You know, I don't know if you guys are single or in a relationship, but let's pretend you're single and you're president. Are you going to use your power to get pussy? Let's keep it real. Keep it real. Are you going to, you the president? You can walk into any bar in America and any place for that matter, and probably back.
Am I married as a president, or am I like?
No, you're single. You're single.
I'm single.
You're single.
Oh, nigga, yeah, I'm flexing. What you mean? What you talking about? Yo, like you know, I seen this thing with Chris Rock. Chris Rock did the stand up, and he was like, and he was on Tinder, and he was using his real name. People like, man, don't use your real name. He was like, why not? He was like, because people only gonna want to be with you because you Chris Rock. And he was like, I am Chris Rock.
Millz, same question.
Yes, without a doubt. I'm using all of that clout.
Are you taking them to the White House? Are you going to walk them through the White House too? Yeah, baby, this is the bedroom number 9 right here.
Yeah. Or Camp David, or the White House, whatever the no, as long as the taxpayers don't have to pay for nothing. That's the only way.
I'm gonna say this: if I was the president, I don't even want to say it. Yes, I'm taking some bad shit down, but I'm gonna say this: I'm not bringing her in the White House because she's not gonna want to move out. Now you can't take him in the White House. She ain't gonna want to. She gonna bring her. You know how they usually bring the overnight bag? She gonna bring her bags for real. Like, she not moving if we bring it to the White House. Don't what they said on Boondocks. Don't feed her, Grandpa. Don't bring it to the house. I'm gonna go to the comments that was based on what we just said real quick. HB2 said, yeah, State Farm, shorty getting broken down. He on his Mike Tyson shit. He looking at the TV like, I want her. That's what Mike Tyson did when he got Robert Gibbons. He saw on TV and was like, I want her. HB2 I want the State Farm lady. Okay. AX says he wouldn't need to use his powers to get pussy. The basic bitches would throw it at him, zero gain. Just say they fucked the president. I mean, yeah, we're not saying that you're gonna like force him because he's the president. We just saying, like, are you gonna use that status to and not to get basic bitches? That's the point. You know what I mean? Not saying we all can't get women that aren't basic. I'm sure we all can get quality women, but as the president, I'm sure it's just, you know, yeah, you know, it's plentiful for a president. Let's just say that, right? Redemption says Kennedy took his tricks to Camp David. Yeah, so there you go. Brooklyn Hunter says she go in the back seat like all the rest, respectfully. And Virginia Slim says, I bagged them and treat them like trash just because. Oh, no, Slim. You gotta don't treat them like trash. That's how you're gonna end up in a scandal. Yeah,
right. Leave them $40 on the dresser, man. Come on, be a gentleman.
And one of them pins from the White House, one of them souvenir pins.
Right. Come on now.
You know what I mean? Maybe a picture so she can put on IG. Don't treat her like trash, bro.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Hold on. He said,
president make $1 million a year. You can leave $40.
He said alleys, back of cars, laundry mats.
Wow. Nah. But no taxpayer money was spent on me getting some WAP.
Anywhere, leave them a towel with a presidential symbol on them to clean themselves up.
Got to be conservative with the fiscal budget. So, you know, maybe you got to take that towel back and have somebody, you know, clean that. You know, you don't want that. You don't want that. But you do got to pay your tax. Like V said, you got to, you know, you got to pay your, you know, maybe send her some flowers or a card or something with that seal, the president's seal on it. Yeah, that way, you know, you don't leave her acting like she, you know, felt used and abused. Because majority of these women gonna be doing it for clout anyway. So
yeah, they do it for an IG picture if you're the president, bro. K. Murray says Obama was in the White House watching Booty Talk 63. AX says the quality woman will put terms on the pussy, consultant or weapons contract or something. You might have a point there. Yeah, and redemption.
What I said? Quality woman would put terms on the pussy.
That's what she said. Yeah.
Ain't no pussy got that much power. Why you put me on the screen, man? I'm just saying, ain't no pussy worth that much. You overpricing it out the game. You gonna make me walk away. You could have got some quality penis. You know what I'm saying? But now you leave it home with a brown bag, which is the go food.
Hey, Redemption says Condoleezza Rice. So yeah, that's a good point right there. It says least you can do is get her an Uber Black.
Facts.
Let me go back to these earlier comments that I missed. Let me see, where did I start missing comments? Yeah, Virginia Slim says Wednesday about to be a blackety black show. That's exactly what it's about to be, except it's not going to be what you expect to hear from all blacks. We have a lot of different point of views on this scenario. I expect it to get heated. I expect a few arguments, but I expect us to still be civil at the end, as civil as possible. But I expect Wednesday to be a turn up. I'm not even gonna hold you because we all feel passionately about this scenario. You feel me? So in case you don't know what he's talking about, if you just joined us, Wednesday we will be diving into the Breonna Taylor situation case, but with a fine-tooth comb, and we're accepting all points of view. So yeah, let me get back to some of the things that we missed out on, and let me see. Yeah, we read that. And Obama's a long-legged Mac Daddy. We read that. Okay, we read that. Okay, so I think we pretty much caught up. If I miss your comments, I apologize now, because it might be even further up than it might be a while back. You know what I'm saying? But I think Sugar Shay said, okay, so yeah. Okay, I see some shit we did miss. So
no comments.
Virginia Slim says, okay, we read that. Okay, Kid Murray, right, says, with great power comes great responsibility. You know what I mean? So speaking of the Obama situation, and Keenan Khan says, nah, Steph, some shit you don't fuck with, like the moon.
And then I just read an article about that during this segment. I sent it to Jah. I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna read it right now, but it was dramatic. Like the bomb on the moon thing was dramatic.
They was looking for water. I know. That's what the article said?
No.
What they say?
Read it. We'll read it. We'll get to it later. But you ease your concerns.
Nothing gonna ease me. I don't care. The news, I don't give a fuck what they talking about. You don't bomb the fucking moon. I don't give a fuck. You don't shoot a bullet at the moon. Leave the moon alone. That's the fucking moon.
Dude,
who gives you the right to hold on? Let me put myself on the screen. What gives you the right to bomb the fucking moon? That's not just Earth's problem. That's the whole goddamn solar system problem. That's the fucking moon. That's every country, every nation, every fucking continent, every other planet. We all got to deal with the consequences of one nigga who let NASA bomb the moon. That's some bullshit. That's my rant on the moon.
You ever seen Avatar?
Yeah, the blue people.
No, hell no. I'm talking about the last Airbender.
Nah, Avatar's with the blue people.
No, Avatar, the last Airbender. I ain't talking about that.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. Go ahead. Yeah.
You never seen it?
Yeah, though. Nah, I didn't see it.
At no point of bringing up the reference.
All right, cool. But nah, I mean, I still take the reference, but somebody else might have seen it in the comments.
No.
So
in the TV show, it was two koi fish, right? And they swam around in the lake. They were the balance of the universe. They killed one of the guys to gain an advantage in war, killed one of the koi fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody just flipped out on the dude who killed the koi fish. And then you kind of acting like the nigga just destroyed balance in the universe.
It's the moon. It's the moon, my nigga.
But my guy, I ask you this, right? If you were to detonate a bomb on Earth, do you think it, how it explodes? Let's say you throw a grenade on Earth.
Right.
Does it react the same way on the moon?
See, this is the thing. That's a good question. So you're saying if we bomb another part of the Earth, will it affect outer space?
No. I'm saying like does it have the same reaction? Do these chemicals react the same on Earth? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like all the things that they have inside of a napalm.
Right.
And we know how it response on Earth.
This is the thing. This is the thing.
Like that.
This is the thing. I don't know, right? And I don't like to speak on what I don't know, but my thing is I know they don't know. You know what I mean? I know they don't know the consequences of bombing the moon. We might not know till years to come, but every action is a reaction. What the fuck was they thinking, Steph?
You got to read the article because
I'm gonna read the article
because it's just dramatic.
It's propaganda. It's propaganda. They don't know. They don't know. They don't have the answers, Steph. They don't have the answers.
You ain't got the answers either.
That's not. All right, Keenan Khan says, "Hell yes, I'm flying the thick chick from the State Farm commercial." Y'all must have missed the. Oh man, y'all go. They love this State Farm women joint.
I need to see this commercial, man.
Yeah, but y'all talking about women for commercials. Y'all got crushes on and all that. Y'all need to see the joint from the H&R Block commercials. HB12 says that's why presidents can't be bachelors. That would be the only storyline in the media. That's a fact. They had Obama in the media for wearing a tan suit one time. So if he was getting some ass, they definitely gonna throw that in the media. So let me see. Let me go back down. So Virginia Sim said, "Why are you so protective of the moon? Celestial bodies get fucked up every day, B." And HB2 and my that's because I feel like it's going to be a consequence of Virginia Sim. That's why I feel. And let me see. AX says there's no game to bang the president. Just stick with the regular dude without the ego and the headaches.
Let me stop you right there. Cause I was working at goddamn UPS and I felt like I was that nigga. So you still got the ego but you were just fucking a broke nigga and you got nothing for it. So you need to tell me you don't want the clout of fucking the president. You rather fuck the nigga who handles packages at UPS. That just don't sound. That don't sound right.
I'm gonna tell you like this, check this out. If you fuck the president, even if it was just a fling, a one night stand or whatever, and you got a little proof like an Instagram picture or something like that, any nigga who marries you after that is gonna be a real dude. He's gonna be like real. No, he's not gonna be what's the word? He's not gonna be he's not gonna have any low self-esteem. He's not gonna have any confidence issues. He's gonna be like, all right, my lady fucked the president once. Fuck it, and she with me now. You know what I mean? And you feel me? So I think there's that perk. You're gonna end up with a real dude for one, and of course all your homegirls gonna be jealous, and then you got the experience. You feel me? So I don't know, but anyway, Keenan Khan says, anybody remember BigBootyCoco.com? Laugh out loud. I don't remember that person.
But if I was just going back to that, right? If I'm the president, right, and I'm hollering at a single chick, I'm just like, you know, I'm selling her dreams. You feel me? And they're gonna fall for it every time.
Can't do that stuff.
And I'm talking to her like a lad. I can show you
the
world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. I'm telling her anything. She's like, oh, you gonna do that for me?
You want an island named after you? Hold on. You name that island LaFonda.
We named that island LaFonda. It's hilarious. You can name a star after you after I bombed the moon. All right, let me see. Brooklyn Audra says, I predict that Wednesday will be my favorite episode. I predict that too. I ain't gonna hold you. That's why we're gonna do the look back episode Monday, and then we're gonna use it for the finale. Me and Steph had a long conversation about this behind the scenes, and we figured it'll be good for Wednesday for a few different reasons. So let me see. HB2N says Obama was looking for portals into hell. He wasn't looking for no damn water. They want to communicate. They want to communicate with demons directly. Hey man, I believe you. I'm I'm gonna go ahead and say that's you're probably right. You know what I'm saying? You're probably right. You know what I'm saying? Word.
That's that 33-degree masonry Obama is, I guess.
Yeah, I ain't gonna blame it on the Mason thing, but it's whatever. It's something. It's the something. I don't know what the fuck would make you want to bomb the fucking moon, yo. Keenan Carl says preach. Keenan HB2S said pause. We said something pausable. World Financial Group, or I probably said it. World Financial Group says, good morning. Obama was the only president to bomb the moon. I think so. I haven't heard of anybody else getting away with that shit. So I'm gonna say
he was. Well, they did I looked into this. They did another operation, but I think it was canceled in 1952. So yeah.
World Financial Group says the moon mission was based on NASA requests / recommendations. He listened to his advisors and researchers after the briefing. Look what happens when a president doesn't listen to professionals. Trump. Listen, if I was the president, a professional came to me talking about they got to bomb the moon. This is saying if it's not broke, don't fix it. All right. And y'all remember that movie where I think Bernie Mac became the president, some shit like that? Or he was the presidential advisor to Chris Rock. Y'all remember that film? I think he was the presidential advisor to Chris Rock, and he was his brother and some shit. They flew him in. Rest in peace to Bernie Mac. First thing Bernie Mac did was slap the shit out of some people. I would have slapped the shit out of some NASA advisors telling me we got to bomb the moon. Fuck your advice. We ain't bombing shit. Word up. I don't know why. I understand that NASA probably came to him with it. I understand Obama wasn't smoking weed in the Oval Office and saying, you know what would be nice? We fucking bombed the moon. I realize that. But at the same time, that's just, to me, it's just outrageous. But I can't fathom a world where I would agree with bombing the moon. So there's that. It says a president can't mess with a president definitely can't mess with a single mom's. That's a fact. Because he's gonna be on child support by default. Sugar Shay says, laugh out loud. HB2N sounds like you need a Snickers. And Virginia Sim says, those people at what is that? CERN. What is that? Those people are certainly trying to open up.
CERN is like a weather thing, weather related. It's like they thought CERN plus HARP could like control. CERN's like about some type of control.
Okay, so those people at CERN are definitely trying to open up portals, and everybody. And Kid Murray says Obama was like, "You think they got a pepperoni pizza on the moon? You go get it." And HB2S says, "I'm serious. We live on a planet mostly water, and this nigga wanted to go to space and look for more water. Yo, this nigga's bugged. That's what I'm saying. This nigga's crazy. They're crazy, yo." Keenan says, "Had a state." A-Act says, "You're missing the point. There's no clout in fucking a president or a regular guy if it gets you nothing." Okay. If you're going to deal with the ego and headache, at least get something tangible out of it. Okay. I see your point now. Go ahead, Steph.
Can I speak?
Yeah.
There's definitely clout of fucking a president or just someone who has clout. That you get clout from fucking somebody with clout. Have you ever heard of Housewives of Atlanta? Housewives, basketball wives.
Keeping up with the Kardashians.
I mean, like that. You can make a bag off clout from fucking somebody. I mean, that's just.
But here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing, though, right? But if you don't give us something tangible out of it, and you sell her dreams like you say you would do, and she don't get nothing out of it, she's going to get the clout from writing that tell-all book or doing that documentary, The Night Obama Dicked Her Down, right? So you see what I'm saying? So it's like, I kind of understand what she said. I think you got to break off something.
Yeah. But listen, I'm telling you right now, there's no tell-all book about the night they fucked Stephon. I promise you, ain't nobody gonna buy that shit. I'm just saying, you rather had fuck Obama than fuck Stephon.
I'm gonna tell.
That's how it go.
Shorty, you ain't got to pay taxes this year. How about that? No tax. After you let me wax this, You ain't got to pay no taxes.
You tax exempt.
Yeah.
All right, Brooklyn Honcho, Mills Lane. You trying to kick knowledge? And Keenan Khan says particle acceleration, smashing atoms, trying to make new galaxy and black holes, etc. All right, and that's what he was specifying what CERN is, right? So and Redemption said Lewinsky. And let me see.
He read a book.
And Act says, unless I'm misunderstanding the definition of clout. No, I think you understand it, right? You just have your point of view on it. You know what I mean? We all can't see the world the same way. Everybody can look at the same picture and see it different ways. You know what I mean? There was a comment that didn't go in though, but somebody said HB Twin said Monica Lewinsky got the opposite of a bag. Laugh out loud. And she got shamed for the rest of her life. And AI says you get a notoriety, not clout. No one respects those women. I mean, some people do, not everybody. You don't, being a smart woman that you are, you probably don't. But there are women who do respect them, and there's a TV camera crew and a production company willing to follow them around. So there's something to be said about that. Speaking of fucking, you sent this to us, right? Steph, you want to set us up?
I did. It's the whole thing, man. It's a condom washing smuggle investigation crackdown. It's the whole thing, man. It took some real detective work, but they got to the bottom of it.
All right, so check this out. This comes to us from the Daily Mail, and they say if you go to Vietnam, bring your own, and they're talking about condoms. So apparently, there's a whole, like Steph said, operation of condom reuse and packaging. They clean the condoms and they package it again. So they go on to say in the article of this, police seized 324,000 used condoms being washed and readily to be resold. And they the bullet points go as follows. The condoms were seized by police from a warehouse in Binh Nong. I don't know how to say that. Binh, whatever, Vietnam. The owner, Pham Thai Tan Ngoc, allegedly cleaned them before reselling them. She washed and dried them before reshaping them with a dildo, reports say. Wow, she was creative with it. Police in Vietnam has seized 324,000 used condoms, which was being recycled to be sold again. Paid workers were tasked with cleaning the rubber contraceptives before reshaping them with dildos. The condoms were then repackaged before being resold to the public, and thousands had already been sent to the unsuspecting public. And I guess this is a picture of the condom bus and some more condoms right there. And the operation was being run from a warehouse in the province of Binh Duong. I don't know how to say that. It sounds pretty pause. Like in the south of Vietnam. The operation was being run from a warehouse in the province, like we said. And yeah, that's pretty much the story. But go ahead, let's watch this video. Since there is a video, let's see what they're talking about in the video. For some reason, it's actually the volume is actually
attention homeowners.
And then of course they hit us with a commercial. But once that registers, we'll go ahead and play that video. But that's pretty crazy, don't you guys think? I don't know, like, but at the same time, I feel like we get defaulted condoms, like faulty condoms in the States as well. You know what I mean?
I didn't know they were fucking like that in Vietnam. Honestly, I didn't.
Well, you know, white men go to Vietnam to, you know, to do dirt that they can't do in the States.
The future.
And was she like, you know, take it, like, where they getting them from? Where you getting dirty condoms from?
Somebody's collecting them, and somebody has to touch the one that has the.
Quản lý thị trường số 4, Cục Quản lý thị trường tỉnh Bình Dương.
Okay, so the actual news report is in another language, so we'll just let the video play. But go ahead. Go ahead. What your thoughts was where they find them?
Yeah, like what they in like hotels just looking through garbage cans.
I think this has to go hand in hand with sex work.
Good point.
Prostitutes.
Yeah.
The prostitutes. I think it got to be prostitutes working with the maids, working with the working with the what they call working with the pimps. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole operation. Obviously, you don't collect that many condoms by yourself.
So it's like it has a little note on the condom. You ain't ever look at the condom when you take it off. It says, 5 cents for returning. To be funny, but to be sad, I don't trust the condoms at the local stores around the way
or the gas stations.
Because the stores around the way, they rely on my Black community to be buying condoms from them, right? Instead of buying our own packs from the drugstore. So they also rely on my people to continue on so that we can continue to spend money. So I think they poke holes in the condoms. That's why so many dang baby daddies in the hood, because you put the condom on thinking you're safe and you're not safe. And soldiers just swim right on all up, and now you got the neighborhood girl knocked up. And now there's another child that's going to spend money at the Chinese store.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, Mills.
Not to mention money on Lucy's. My fault. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Mills. That ain't it. Niggas have babies because they fucking raw. They like shit raw. You hear me? Unfiltered.
I think it's a mixture of both. I think that conspiracy is valid. I think there are fucked up condoms at the gas stations, at the corner stores. That I think they sell fake Lucy's too. You know that, right? They sell fake Newports.
The kids are cultured in urban cities. You have corner stores. Kids are cultured into the corner stores. First time they get some money, I give a kid a $5 bill. They run into the corner store and they're gonna buy something, and they can't wait to buy something from that store. And it's just over and over and over till they get older. And they buying the Lucy's, they buying the loose condoms. They buying the blunt wraps and stuff. And they looking like, dang, I might lose this one. I'm not gonna lose them to cancer for maybe like 30 years, but I might lose them to the streets. So I need to get them at least to have another baby, so to keep this neighborhood thing going.
So we gonna go to the comments. I'm sure.
I'm about to say, didn't we talk about this before, John?
Which part?
Was like the single individual condom at the corner store.
Yeah,
and like being a nigga on condom breaking duty, you got to rip each condom and put them in the package. Like,
you did, yeah. But it's deeper than that. I believe this shit that's happening in Vietnam is probably happening in the States too. I'm just gonna say it. And I think that Ox be selling fucked up condoms, man. I don't know where they get the used condoms from, but I think they be selling some bullshit too. And
but you know what? If you go to like one of these foreigners corner stores, they might have got their condoms from these people.
Wow, big fact.
Apparently they ain't new to this. They true to this. Look how organized that shit was.
324,000.
I mean, they shipping them out by the boatloads. Man, they're not playing.
They're not playing. Yeah, I agree with you. Niggas buying them condoms off of Wish and selling allegedly and selling them to the public in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so if you sell that many, at what point do you just start your own factory and just be like, you know what, let's do it legit?
And that's the thing. A lot of these companies, look, like if you get yourself a company where you can buy packaging equipment. Packaging equipment doesn't cost that much. That's just steal something, to just seal it and make it look like the real thing. How many times bootleg toys, man, they sell bootleg Power Rangers at the discount store in the hood. Like, don't matter.
Bootleg everything. Yo, I'm gonna go to the comments real quick. Redemption says, gross. Read this. And HB2N says, I heard this story on the radio this morning, almost made me throw up. And then he said, in Vietnam, no less. Well, that's where they get the shit for the low. That's where people order shit get shit from the low from Asia. Brooklyn Honcho says, they clown Monica Lewinsky, but I'd rather be her than Sarah Palin. I'm not sure exactly what that meant. We might want to reiterate. Kid Murray says, when Obama won the presidency, He was like, I'm the coolest nigga in the N-word in the room. Evil laugh. The evil
I'm the coolest nigga.
All right, AX says the environmentalists should be proud of that woman. Laugh out loud.
That's one way to look at it.
just one love said reuse condoms defeats the purpose. Might as well take it raw. By the way, Grand Rising. And from that picture, I think that's Kalila. If that is, good morning to you, Kalila. And good morning to you either way. Whoever's behind Just One Love, good morning to you.
Hey, but y'all seen Booty Call when James Parks was like, "Nah, I just need one. I just wash it out and use it again."
Yeah, so that brings me to another point. In your younger days, have you ever tried to reuse a condom? No. Millz?
No, with access, being in a city, democratic city, you got access to like Board of Health. They give you the free ones. Just say you need them. Don't even have to tell your parents.
Them free ones don't be too good neither, though.
Nah, but it's something. It's a start.
All right. Keenan Khan says, what's the problem? They clean now. Laugh out loud. Just playing.
Okay.
Redemption says, who thought this was a good idea? Yo, apparently they was making bread. Like, I think they was making bread off of this. Well, I think it's a fucked up idea, but I think it was a good idea for them while it lasted. Now, how long has it lasted is the question. How long have they been getting away with selling used condoms? That's fucking crazy. And it says, as if 2020 couldn't get any weirder. Struggle condoms? That's a good name for a condom brand. Struggle condoms. You know what I mean? Keep the struggle alive. Virginia Sims says they took recycling a little bit too far with this shit. That's a fact. And Redemption says prostitution heavy over there. Yeah, so I really think and HB2N says in their sex districts. Yeah. I definitely think that this used condom whole thing definitely went hand in hand with some sex workers. And Hemploid calls them whores. HB2N says they can collect condoms in their designated sex districts. And Brooklyn Hunter says these are condoms in the whorehouse, most likely. And Redemption is laughing at Millz. Keenan says, man, hit the condom with some bleach, spraying with some WD-40.
What? No, don't put that out there. WD-40 is the last thing you want to use. For oil-based lubricants, tear the condom. You want water-based lubricants, such as KY, X, and other things of that nature that I've heard about in health education class that used up in my brain to be provided to you guys at this moment in time.
That WD-40 be done destroyed that woman insides.
Yo, that's horrible. And he said, and repackage them. And he said, and repackage them. All right. AX says the environmentalists should be proud of that woman. Each reused condom extends the life of our planet. So basically what AX is saying is that there won't be no fish swimming in the sea with condoms wrapped on them and dying because they can't eat, you know what I'm saying, or blocking their gills. There won't be any condoms in the landfills. I guess that's what she's trying to say. But there's other ways. They could have recycled the material into some shit they was comfortable with using. They have to dish it back out as another condom. That's just disgusting. Anyway.
Or just create something called a reusable condom. How about that?
You might have shouldn't have said that on air.
I don't have no problem with saying it because that's an idea that I wouldn't want to. I don't even want to touch my mess after I take the condom off, wrap the drum. Man, I don't even want to touch my own mess. So, I'm trying to be clean. You ain't
got to use it to sell it. You ain't got to use it to sell it. You tell that shit might.
Look on episode 38 of the Morning Rant. Patent pending reusable condoms by Millz Lane.
There you go. There's sucker born every day. That commercial be lit. There's some niggas going to use a reusable condom out there somewhere. Somebody going to buy that shit. And Virginia Slim says, when I was stationed in Korea, I heard the whorehouse had used condom collection bins from what I heard. Wow. This is why I love our audience, yo. That's why I love our audience. We like to have fun, but we smart, we well-rounded, cultured, and experienced. And the man was stationed in Korea and told us when. So this ain't something that just happened. This shit been going on, and it probably still going on. That's just probably one place that got busted.
I got a whole ring of used condom warehouses. I've been doing this shit since '92. I've been flooding the community.
Yo,
3 years deep in gangsterdom.
You know how many kids I done sent to college? What you gonna do without me? What you gonna do?
Yo, Hemp Lord says fake backwoods and all. And Keenan Khan said bleach to correct what he said earlier. But now we are I knew that was bleach. And HB2N says they definitely been selling fake masks and fake hand sanitizer. That's true. I seen some articles where some people's hands were blistered up from using some fake hand sanitizer. HB2N said, yo, Steph got his thinking cap on. Keenan says, the plot thickens. Yeah, it did. And Hemp Lord said, Asia don't care as long as you're not challenging power. That's a fact. Mike from Boston, salute Mike, says, HB2N, did you realize you were talking to Randy? Okay, I don't know. Hemp Lord says, vacuum seal that bitch back up. And let me see. HB2N says, okay, he's talking back to they're having a conversation of their own. Keenan Khan says, and Mike, we don't talk about other shows over here. We definitely don't talk about podcasters over here. And Mike from Boston says, my bad. It's all good, Mike. I wasn't talking nothing bad about a podcaster. We just don't go in and, talk about other shows. Just One Love says, it is Kalila. Oh, I'm right. Salute to you, sister. All right. And AAC says, each reused condom extends the life of our planet. HB2N says, I used one condom on 2 girls once. I think I want to say maybe I have too. I don't. Go ahead, Steph.
You a nasty nigga. You a nasty.
Well, me and you both HB2N because I.
Set it off on me left now. Set it off on me right now. Set it off. Set it off.
John, you was a wild boy.
I was young, first of all, and second of all, I just don't remember putting on a second condom. All right.
Yes, we're back.
Yeah. So you ain't alone in that one, HB2, and I ain't gonna let you rot on your own. Hemp Lord said, y'all use condoms? Hemp Lord also says, me a bleach. HB2N says, talk to him, Millz. And HB2N says, Keenan got those hysterectomy condoms. And Mike from Boston says, that's disgusting. The same one? I mean, what you want to do in the middle of that shit? You going to pull off a condom, put on a new one, then pull off a condom, pull on a new one. I mean, condoms all over the goddamn place at that point. You know what I mean? You got to share the love. Love is love. Love is love. Love is love. Keenan Collins is HB2N. I'm just talking shit. I ain't used one in 7 or 8 years. Salute. That man is a family man, as in my condoms is a distant memory. And Keenan says, pause. HB2N says, laugh out loud. She goes laughing. Redemption threw up in her mouth. HB2N is laughing as well. And Mike from Boston says, that's atrocious. And Kid Murray's laughing. C-Dot says, good morning, fellas. Good morning, C-Dot. Good to see you this morning.
Good morning, C-Dot.
C-Dot from Straight Up in the Morning. We can't wait to tomorrow. We get to see you tomorrow, C-Dot. Yeah. What's up? And I love Straight Up in the Morning. I love that show. And Brooklyn Hunter says, plot twist. She didn't wash her mouth out before the threesome. See? There you go. That's why she ain't washing her mouth. Why I'm changing condoms, why I'm doing all that. At least I'm sticking up for my younger self. I'm not saying, I'm not saying that's something I did recently. Yeah, so we almost done with this show.
Yeah. I want to say I've been brainstorming that idea now. Now I see how it can work.
It could work, man. It could work. It could work. So with that being said, we're gonna keep the fuck shit going though. I think you sent us this as well, Steph. And woman, y'all know I love this shit. Y'all know I'm loving this shit right now. And this comes to us from Vlad TV, even though he's canceled.
I don't think I said this. I don't think this was me.
I went to unsubscribe and I never subscribed.
Yeah, I was talking to my homie the other day. He said, I'm not even subscribed to Vlad. I just click on the for the videos I like. When if he interviews somebody I like, then I watch it. I don't think niggas is really subscribed to him like that. But anyway, women tased, arrested for trespassing for not wearing a mask at a football game. And you know how I feel about that shit. Fuck her. She ain't have a mask on. All right. Let me just say that from off top. All right. Let me say, so the video coming out of Logan, Ohio shows a woman being handcuffed and tased at a middle school football game for not wearing a mask. The woman reportedly told the officer that she was asthmatic and could not wear a mask, which prompted the officer to inform her that she have to wait outside the stadium. After refusing to leave, officer tried to apprehend her with no avail. He tased her once before handcuffing her. The woman was later charged with criminal trespassing with additional charges pending. Cops explicitly stated that she was not arrested for failing to wear a mask. She was approached for failing to comply with a school policy, and once she refused, she was criminally trespassing. Slick. I like how they did that. Let me just play the video because I waited to watch this.
I am.
Put your hand behind your back.
I will not put my hand behind my back. I'm not friendly. Doing nothing wrong. Get off of me. What's wrong with you? Oh my God. Get off of me. You're not arresting me for nothing. I ain't doing nothing wrong. No, you're going to have to arrest me. You want to go?
Tase somebody over a mask. Tasing this lady over not wearing a damn mask. Arresting her for a minute, not wearing a mask. She ain't even got one on.
Right.
Hey, where's your mask?
Remember, we're attacking together now, right?
Yo, Steph, she was at a middle school game. You seen her get tased.
Was this a little girl?
Not a little girl. She's a young woman, but she's not a little girl. I'll play it again.
Like a teenager, though. She looked like a teenager to me.
I think she just look a little petite. Let me see something. If I can, I can't for some reason blow this shit up. I would like to put it on full screen mode and see if I can, but it won't let me. But we can see it a little clearer when I go to the IG page. So I'll play it while we are talking about it, so you can see it a little clearer. But it's not going to be full screen. But she to me, she looks like she's probably in her early 20s. That's my take on it. She look like a young adult, like Redemption just said in the comments. But go ahead. What's your thoughts on the situation?
Honestly, I feel like the black dude was exercising his opportunity to tase a white woman. Like when he tased, I'm like, that wasn't necessary at all. Yeah, like I don't understand the point of her wearing a mask if she's 100 feet away from everybody. Like, what's the whole point of this? Like, if you just want to flex your muscle, go ahead, black man, because they've been doing it to us for years. So that part I have no problem with. But is it actual? Like, did they actually have a case? No.
Fair enough. Millz.
Becky did not graduate into Karen yet. Karen would have been like, I need to see your sergeant.
Karen would have punched him in the face.
Well, different levels of Karen, but yeah, Karen would have had her shit together, and Karen wouldn't have went for that. But at the same time,
Karen would have put out the hammer.
Ooh, on the cop? Well,
I think so. On the security guard?
No.
Blicky?
Yeah.
Blicky on the cop?
By the way.
On the security guard, I think Karen would have put out the blicky.
And he armed security though?
With a taser, apparently.
I mean, it looked like he got a whole utility belt.
I don't know. After Family Matters, Carl Winslow's doing bad, I see. You would have thought he would be like a captain somewhere or something. But
didn't the show end with him as a captain?
That's what I'm saying. He must have got in trouble. One of his officers killed the black man in a highly intensified, heightened point of this country.
Ain't he gay in real life?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he probably got caught up in a scandal. You know what I'm saying?
But why she not following the rules though?
She not following the rules. She don't feel she has to.
Because of this, it's our heritage that we fly this Confederate flag, this rebel flag. It's my heritage to be a rebel. That's how I be looking at it sometimes.
Right.
Everybody, you make these rules. I didn't make these rules.
Right.
And hey, in society, either we're gonna follow the rules, we're not gonna follow the rules. If you're not gonna follow the rules, then you're choosing to do so for your own freedom, and you're being a freedom fighter. So, Becky the freedom fighter.
Hey, Becky the freedom fighter. I like that.
This is how it go down when you freedom fight. The authority can grip you up, tase you sometimes. Sometimes they punch on you, they beat on you. Sometimes they restrict your breath to the point where you die.
Facts.
Or comply.
I'm gonna take I think Trump thought it was funny when the guy got shot in his knee. I would love to see Trump make fun of this shit. She got tased. But he's not. He's gonna stand with her because his people are the no maskers. Anyway.
Have you seen the no mask rallies and protests?
Yeah, I watched this YouTube channel by the name of we don't name other podcasts, but it's not much of a podcast. It's actual it's like a almost like a documentary mini series on YouTube called All Gas No Brakes. And dude went to the rally, and I want to say in California, in Northern California. And he went and he, interviewed the people at the rally, and they were very vocal about why they didn't want to wear masks. So I watched that, and it was pretty in depth. But it was funny as well too. But speaking of this situation, I don't feel sorry for her. Seeing this make kind of, I'm gonna go on a limb and kind of say I think I wouldn't mind doing security again in a time like this. I think I would take a security job right now.
Can we be honest though?
Let's be honest, good.
Like if we just excuse how we feel about this white woman or the whole Karen things, because there's no reason she should have been wearing a mask. Look at the stadium. Ain't nobody fucking there. There ain't nobody there.
Well,
how many open seats there are? Like this is just extra. This is just me saying, I told you to do something, so you better do it, even though it don't make sense. I feel like that's a real dangerous path to go down, man, when we start acting like that.
Yeah, and you know what I'm gonna say to that? There's been times when me and my friends were standing on the corner talking about Game 6 or talking about some chicks who we all trying to smash, or talking about whatever, and the cops roll up and start harassing us just because we were standing there. Talking about, why are you here? Who are you? Let me see ID. Like, wait a minute. I'm just standing here minding my business, not breaking any laws. So I can be harassed for not doing anything. She's not following a rule and not being complicit with the rule of what looks to be a place that's not all the way public, to the point where she just has freedom to do what she wants.
I agree, but it still doesn't mean it's just. Like, what was done to you wasn't just. So, you know what I'm saying? So for it to be inflicted on her does not, you know what I'm saying, just because, oh, it was done to me, so it's okay to be done to her. Nah, I don't really wish that on nobody, if I'm being honest with you.
All right, but Steph, check this out. It looks like the people around her were family. It did look like it was a little bit of a family, but the family definitely didn't help. So I want to put that out there first. If she was in my family,
why would you be afraid of cops too?
No, I don't agree. I think more overwhelmingly white people are not afraid of cops, especially security guards. But I'm gonna say this: you got the guy who works there. He's standing there as if basically helping, saying, "Yeah, just get her the fuck out of here." On some, basically, he would have got that dude fired if he didn't do it, because that guy seems to be all with it. The guy in the purple shirt, that seems to be from the actual school. The other white guy right there with the hat on, with the mask on, he got his arms folded. Like, yeah, man, get that bitch out of here.
And that ain't none of his business, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to speak about everything you see.
No, but I think they agree, is my point. I think the other people agree, and I think these bleachers right here probably was empty because this dumb bitch ain't had no mask on.
But then, like, I'm finna miss the whole game because I got to turn around, go home because I don't have a mask. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, she can't go nowhere without a mask nowadays. Look, I went to the supermarket the other day, and it was a white bitch online with her homegirl with no mask on. And I was grilling that bitch from as soon as I pulled up in the parking lot. Bitch, if you don't find that mask, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I went to the supermarket yesterday without a mask. And it said, when I walked in there, it had a sign on the door that says masks are required. I still went in and I did my grocery shopping unapologetically and was not harassed.
That's because, well, I don't know where you went shopping, but where we went shopping is Trader Joe's. So she had, before she went in the fucking supermarket, she had to put that shit on. You know what I mean? But I don't like that shit. I don't like people taking them freedoms with people's lives around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, feel how you feel, but if you're going to go somewhere public, you know what I'm saying? Just come on.
It just don't. To me, I'm like, bro, I'm not finna go 20 minutes the other way. That I just came 20 minutes this way to come 20 minutes back just to put on a mask. Like, no, man.
But you don't got to put on a mask. You could you might have a shirt, you might have a bandana, you might.
Nigga, I walk around the store like this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, people do that.
Yeah, do something like that. But she was just showing no regards, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And look, it looked like she got a mask in her back pocket. You see that? It's literally a mask in her back. When she get up, you'll see it again. There's a mask.
That's how you know they tripping.
Because she had to have it on to get in.
I told you to keep that mask on.
Right?
I told you to keep that mask on. Why you ain't got that mask on? That's how people be, man.
But don't you think she had to have that mask on to get into the place?
Right. Okay, so when she take it off and she ain't around nobody, that's a flex move. Even further proves my point.
What in history compares to mask wearing? Like, no shoes, no shirt, no service? Or how about, the way people turned on cigarette smokers? Like, what compares to this mask thing?
I think the first one. I think there's still buildings that, a lot of buildings, even though you're not supposed to smoke in buildings, will let you smoke in the building. And I feel like smoking is like a taboo for people who don't smoke. Even if you do smoke, if somebody else smoking cigarettes, it stink. But with the no shoes, no service thing, it's like, look, you can't come in here looking like this. Period.
Like, I remember when the e-cigarettes came out, and I was like, hey, it's smokeless, y'all, so I could smoke in here with this, right? And people were like, I don't know.
I've never looked at a no shoes, no shirt, no service. You know why I've never looked at that? Because I've always had on shoes and a shirt. That should just be automatic. The fact that people have to tell you that is probably the problem. Ain't nothing wrong with society. There's something wrong with you.
But not wearing shoes. I mean, you know, there's some hippies got different theories about not wearing shoes. But let's go to these comments. And it looks like the comments backed up while we was talking about this. So let's go to these. Okay, we still on the comments here with the condoms. So let me go down a little more. And here we go. I might miss some of you condoms, so forgive me in advance if I miss your comments. So the last of the condom comments says, Chris Jones, salute, man, salute. Outlaw says, I use 2 or 3 condoms on one woman and for my safety. Okay, salute.
Hold on, so you put them on at the same time?
Chris, you're gonna have to elaborate. I'm assuming he meant that he went 2 or 3 rounds, but I don't know if he wore all 3. But I'll just tell you right now in advance, if you did wear 3 of them at the same time, that's actually not safe.
Bro, he ain't feel a damn thing. He just in there.
Them shits finna pop if you put that many on it anyway. So Keenan Khan says, I might make an exception for C Dot. I don't know what exception he's talking about, but she's laughing at him. Mike from Boston says, I never was sub to him in the first place, talking about Vlad. And Keenan Khan says, Vlad was just growing on me too. Oh, well. I mean, you know, you ain't got to subscribe to him, but, you know, if he interviews somebody you want to see, you know, don't let people tell you who not to watch, you know. Focus on where you spend your money. That's more important. Redemption Song says she should have complied. I agree. I think she should have complied as well. Franchise Catering, who is Steph, says Eric Curry, no CERN does nuclear research. They are located in Europe.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say somebody had commented on my Facebook because I was doing a watch party. I know y'all couldn't see it, so I just put it in the chat.
Okay, and HB Twin says this fat rent-a-cop needs to give it up. No, sir, I think he needs to go harder. I need to see this man get a medal, a badge of honor.
Hold on. You think he needs to go harder than tasing her?
No, I need to see him tase more.
The next step is Tory Lanez.
I need to see him tase more people. I need his job. I need his job. I want to go out there in the world. I want to tase some folks.
Job. That ain't the job for you, my brother. Someone sneezed with the mask on.
I'm tasing them. That's a fact. I'm making them. I'm tasing them. I'm putting them in cuffs. It's just laughing. Keenan Khan says she treated that cop/black man like he didn't have a badge. No respect. I agree with that too.
Oh my God, y'all so dramatic.
She didn't have to listen to the man. What the fuck? He's doing his job. And then remember, like I brought up, that other dude with the purple shirt was there. Like, yeah, make sure you get this bitch out of here. So I think that if he didn't get her out of there, he would have been penalized.
Listen, Craig and Day-Day. Craig and Day-Day badge ain't the same as a real officer. All right, I think we need to understand the difference. It's top flight, is the FBI and the police. You know what I'm saying? Like that badge didn't mean nothing. That's a security badge. That's what is it? TS4. What's the security? The security company.
I mean, that taser meant something. You know what I'm saying? She ain't have to respect that badge, but she gonna have to respect that taser. You know what I mean? My niggas is top flight security of the world, Craig.
He's definitely top flight.
You know what I mean? Speaking of top flight security of the world, Craig, let me just put some respect on my niggas, my top flight security niggas. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, top flight security of the world, Craig. Anyway, HB2N says, I'm mad at everyone involved, honestly. And Redemption says she's a young adult. Just one was laughing at me. Keenan says, and I love it. Jeezy voice. Yeah. HB2N is crying. Kate Murray says, I bet she wear a mask from now on, straight up with her stinky breath. I think she definitely gonna wear a mask from now on. However, like somebody's about to say in the comments later, I think she's still gonna get a bag out the situation.
Hey, I'm about to say she finna call a cop a nigga when she get out when she get out the stadium.
she probably we ain't hear it already. Hemp Law says I'm about to roll up. Salute. It says looks like he was fearing for his life. There you go.
Yeah,
he had the taser. He ain't know what she.
That other lady was standing over top of him, and she, you don't know what she was going to do. It's like he fighting, he tussling with Becky, and Karen is standing there. She got her mask halfway on, but you got to be careful.
You have to protect yourself.
Yeah.
Redemption Soul says, Hemp, what you smoking today? And Virginia Sim says, fuckery Fridays. I love it. Salute. I'm glad. C-Dot says her lawyer is going to have a field day with this. That
really is. There's going to be a check out of this.
Yeah, that I believe. I believe that. I ain't going to front. As long as my man don't get fired and he get to tase some more people, I'm cool with that, though. Mike from Boston says, no white woman is pulling out the blammer on a cop. He wasn't a cop. He wasn't a cop. He was a black man in a security outfit. So I beg to differ. I think if she was a matured Karen and she had it on her, she would have pulled it. Is what I think. Kid Murray's laughing. Redemption says, Hemp Law says Redemption, he's smoking cookies. He's smoking the cookies. Salute. Enjoy. And Keenan Khan says, see not how she resisted. Kid Murray says it's policy. And Virginia Slim says another thug taken off the streets.
She didn't go to jail. She was just removed from the stadium.
But then the charges were filed afterwards.
Send that bitch to where she now. Redemption says they were creative with the charges. Oh yeah, it was charges though. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trespassing with a fine. Oh yeah. But I don't think she got arrested for trespassing.
But you know what? Speaking of what Millz said earlier, no, that's what the files. That's what you had to get arrested if they're going to file those charges. But speaking of what Millz was saying earlier, how black men and black women we get in these we get harassed for doing nothing. Mm-hmm. You know how many people I know who got trespassing charges in their own buildings in New York? I don't know how it is where you guys are, but in New York, especially in the projects, they can come in your building and you could be hanging out in your own building. And they can give you a trespassing charge for hanging out in your own fucking building. So yeah, get that bitch a trespassing charge. Real talk.
Yeah, but also, there's these people who you speak of who get the trespassing charge. There's not video evidence of them being tased.
It don't matter. They got trespassing charge. That's my point.
They're also not young white women, are they?
No, that's why.
A lot of different circumstances. That's why we leave her to get in the bag because you can't treat her. As unfair as it is, it's just the reality of it.
Right. That's all I'm pointing out, though. But let me read the rest of the comment, though. Trespassing will likely stick with a fine or some dumb shit. Facts. And Redemption said, nice at Hemp Lord. He's smoking the cookies. HB Twin said, if the race was flipped, we'd be bugging the fuck out right now. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I wouldn't be saying the other thing if she was black. But I can't help but to see something like that happen and think it's funny as much times as white women have put black men in these scenarios, as much time as white people in general have, or police in general have harassed, black and white police have harassed young black and brown women and men. So, I'm just entertained by it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying I'm going to laugh at it. We laugh at a lot of shit up here, and she's going to be one of the ones that I'm laughing at. I don't necessarily feel bad for her because I think that she kind of brung it on herself too. Like how sometimes people will say certain shit where, oh, what are you doing? And, did you bring it on yourself? She brought it on herself. He approached her, told her to put the mask on. She didn't. She had no respect for the rules. She argued him. Told her to leave. She didn't. Told her to put her hands behind her back. She didn't. So what comes next after that? You think he's going to walk away?
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I'm saying what comes next after that? You think he's going to walk away? He's not going to walk away.
It seemed like she was of the mindset like, yo, I'll leave. I ain't gotta put my hands behind my back. It ain't that serious. But he was just so persistent. Like, I'm getting this arrest, and you going to be charged, and he just wanted to go. He didn't want to be extra. I can't stand old cop ass nigga though. Boy, even though it's against a white woman, I can't stand old cop ass nigga, dog. It don't look good on you.
You don't like when the man in uniform he goes too far, right?
I don't like that shit.
What should have happened in that situation?
Bro, you could have left them people alone, let them watch that damn game in peace. What nobody think about them?
What if he called the cops? The cops would show up and be like,
he did call the cops. That's why they was there.
They'd be like, come on, Day, you couldn't have took care of this. Look at how big you is, man. You couldn't have took care of this little Becky here. Come on, man.
I'm saying he could have, like, it didn't seem like they were bothering no one else in the arena. Well, the other 5 people that were there. And that was Pops police hating ass when they was having a good time at a house party. Yeah, you remember that? This is exactly what that nigga. That's exactly what that security like. I'm calling the police.
Yo, rest in peace to Pops, man. Mike from Boston says she looked like she belonged in the loony bin. She definitely has some shit with her. You know what I mean? She definitely.
People don't look normal when they're upset. We all look crazy when we mad. When I did the little rant the other day, I know I look crazy.
And shout out to Mike, because I've said this before. That race, when they see one of theirs doing something, they discredit that person all the way. They don't have to wear that. Unlike if it was reverse, people would be saying, so why do black people act like they don't want to wear a mask? You would have to answer that question. But that race,
we would have to answer it as a whole culture and shit, right?
They get to discredit their crazies.
Yeah, because Mike is white. He's saying that bitch crazy. Yeah, that's a good point. Virginia Sim says, on Fridays, I love to quench my thirst with white tears.
Wow.
Shout
out to all my white supporters in the struggle.
Yo, I saw people about to cancel me after today. Hemp Lord says, Redemption, salute to you, and Redemption's laughing at Slim. Muhammad Shakur says, seeing white get accosted in some ways by us puts a smile on my face.
So you are not a fan of justice. That's all that means.
He just keeping it real. He says seeing a white person get accosted, you know. But Ish Chico says he's got to enforce the rules or lose his job. That's my real point. If I'm gonna say jokes aside, like Millz said, what is he supposed to do? He could have he could have very well lost his fucking job because this bitch don't want to listen to him.
Right. She $130. He $250 easy. You can snatch up out of there. He went to Tase. He said, "Oh, you don't want to give me a hand, eh? Tase." You don't think that's a little bit dramatic, John? Come on, man.
I hear your point, but the more he physically, raises her up, lifts her around, he risks hurting her even more. He could have banged her legs on shit. She could have fell, banged her head. I think the taser is so that she can submit to the will of his direction. You follow me?
So more dangerous than sending 40 watts of electricity through her body. Okay.
Yes. Just a little bit, just to get her act right, get her mind right. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. Just take this little tase.
Even Gatorade has electrolytes.
There you go.
Electrolytes are good for the body.
Yeah, we got electricity in us.
Yeah.
Electrolytes, not electric.
HP2S said most white women just flip out when a man physically overpowers them. Most have never experienced it. See, that's my point. It would have turned into a fight, probably. She would have probably bugged out, scratched his face, something crazy. We don't know what would happen. So you had to get her some act right. Just a little act right. Just a little tase. You know what I mean? Mike from Boston says, I'm afraid of cops. You think cops are nice to us just because we're white? I've never been treated nice by a cop. No, I don't feel that they're nice to you because you're white, but I do feel that white people overwhelmingly don't go through what we go through. So you might get treated, suspect by cops or whatever, but I'm sure your stories might not match.
Just as much as it is racism, there's classism. So
right.
if you're someone who's let's say around the poverty margin, or a little bit below minimum wage. I'm sorry, not minimum wage, but a little bit below middle class. Like, they gonna treat you any kind of way because they don't value you. That's just, it's not right. But that's a pattern from which I've observed.
That's a good point. And we're not calling you poor, Mike. We're just saying if you're not of the 1%, they're definitely not. They're going to treat you a certain way as well. We get it. But at the same time, it might not be just because of the skin tone. It might be because, where they see you or, whatever the situation is. I can't pretend to know what it's like to be white, though. So I'll just say that. Virginia Slim says, salute to top flight security. Salute that man. And Muhammad is laughing at Mike. Ish is laughing as well. Redemption says, exactly, Millz. And Muhammad says, I know Jah loves seeing people get reprimanded for not wearing a mask. I do. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I do. It makes me feel good. It restores my faith in humanity. I feel like maybe we might get out of this pandemic alive. We need more like officer over there. We need more of the top flight security officers out there.
Are we watching the same video?
I think I'm a volunteer to go certain places and do security, get my taser. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not wearing a mask around me, I'm gonna tase you. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna. You know how you got the volunteer neighborhood watch motherfuckers that do shit voluntarily. I think I'm a volunteer in my services. I'm joining the force. You heard it here first. Brooklyn Honjo says condoms compares because the only ones you want are the ones who implement. I think he meant kind of compares because the only ones you want are the ones who implement. Just One Love says underlying health issues. Get the fuck out my face. Stay 6 feet away. Damn, what's the misunderstanding with underlying health issues? I mean, you know what? This is the other thing I will say in the lady's defense, and her and the officer. If they would have had a decent conversation, maybe he could have worked something out for her. And I feel like something must have happened with it. It was a disconnect. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a disconnect in that conversation somewhere because there was a lot of space out there. But none of those people that were in them benches seemed to be bothered, including the people that were with her. None of them seemed to be bothered by her getting taken off of the premises. So I want to reiterate that as well. So I think some of those people agree. Virginia Slim says policy is policy, Steph. No room for deviations. She should have had a mask up. Fuck them. Salute. HB2N says that rule was made for Jasper after his fishing trip. Usually doesn't have on shoes or shirts on. The shoes and shirts rule. He's speaking of. And Muhammad Shkor says, peace, Millz. Welcome to the morning rant. Salute. And Virginia Slim says GS4. Virginia Slim says GS4. I think he might be talking about Girl Scout 4. I don't know if he's talking about the Shrine. I'm not sure. And Muhammad Shkor says, laugh out loud. Jah gonna have too much fun tasking folk for not wearing a mask. I think he mean tasing folks for not wearing a mask or wearing the mask properly. Be like, oh, your nose ain't covered, wipes out taser. Yeah, yes. If you don't have the mask on your nose, I'm tasing you too. I'm tasing niggas, man. I'm joining this niggas army. I'm with it. Sweet D says open season on black folk. That's a fact. HB2N says Jah is real as hell for that. Laugh out loud. We might be protesting right now if the face was flipped. Yeah, man. If the face was flipped, nobody would give a fuck about that mask. It will be justice for maskless girl. And I'm not even gonna hold you. That's some real shit. And HB2N says, I agree, Steph. A black man shouldn't be tussling with no white woman in public like that. Look like a damn fool. That's why he had to use the taser. Follow me. He needed to get that act right out of her. Because the tussling ain't gonna do it. Fuck the tussling. act right. Tase, move where I tell you to move to. That's what I think. Yeah. You know
Ja,
what I mean?
you gonna be like Otis. What's going on out there now, boy? What you don't think y'all can wear that mask at that boy? You ain't gotta wear that mask, huh, that boy?
Call me JahLogic, aka Young Otis. I'm on that. I'm on that Young Otis type time. HB2N says, I would have been like, bitch, get your shit and get out. She would have walked out like a lady and returned with a mask. HB2N sound like a real Detroit pimp right now. Bitch, if you don't get your shit, get your... Kim Murray says, white lady looking for problems. That's nothing new. She definitely wasn't trying to comply. Ish is laughing. Virginia Sims says, come on, Steph. We seen grown cops slam little black girls. Look at it from both viewpoints. At the pool party, remember the pool party?
Ooh, I wasn't cool with. I was upset and outraged about that. I wasn't cool about that. This seems pretty consistent with how I feel about this. I feel, you know what I'm saying? Like
we want
y'all changed with race. I did.
We want you.
I feel just as uncomfortable about this as I did those other things.
We want you to come over.
So I'm not switching up.
Hold on, Steph. We want
you
to come over to the tribalism side today. We don't need you to be objective today.
No, I'm not. I'm not a fan of women being bullied and forcefully thrown into the ground and being tased and shot by women. I don't know why I can't get with it. I can't get with it. You know what? I can't get with it.
All right, salute, Steph. Standing on your square. That's a real one. Muhammad Shakur says, Steph, I'm definitely for justice, not just us, though. And HB2 saying that basically not just for them, right? So HB2N says, when the morning rant gets a table sponsor, don't be surprised. Job about to be Yo, I like that, HB2N. I'm about to proactively go get that marketing deck together. I'm about to go after me a taser sponsor. That's a fact. And
Job be like, hey, this is JahLogic with the morning rant. Usually I like to shock y'all with my commentary, but today I'm here to talk about another kind of shock.
You don't wear a mask around me. Yo, 12 Talk Spoke TV. Salute Ty West in the building. It says, yo, salute my guys. Salute to the 12 Talks Sports TV, aka G's TV. You know, if you have anybody ever want to know some real history from Far Rockaway, go to his channel right now. Watch some of them vlogs he got. He's outlining all this shit that ever happened right now in our era. From people that was on America's Most Wanted to the local gangs. It's going down on 12 Talks Sports TV channel right now. Check that out. He also said, Steph, we up next. I spoke to him. He said,
yeah. We got next, bro.
Let's get it. And my man Shakur says, Ja, if you volunteer, I'll purposefully stand 6 feet from you with no mask just to see if you're using the taser. Let me tell you something, Muhammad, you my guy in real life, in real time. You my guy. But sometimes you get on my nerves. So don't tempt me. Don't tempt me.
Hey, listen.
I'm gonna be objective like Steph. I'm tasing everybody. Black, white, man, women, everybody getting tased. That's
listen. Y'all gonna get that taser money and he gonna change. You hear me?
Yeah.
He gonna be like that taser check, and you ain't gonna be able to recognize him. He like you ain't who you used to be. No, I'm Taser Job.
Yo, he gonna tell
Laser Logic. That's what they call me.
At least I tased you with a black taser, right? I didn't pull out the white taser. I pulled out the black taser.
Facts. That's what I'll do for you, Muhammad. I will tase you with the black taser. I'll have a black power fist on that shit and everything. Word, laser.
And with the fist on the end.
Mm-hmm.
Or when they let off and make the sound, Wakanda or Zamunda, whichever one you choose.
That's a fact. I'm with that shit. 12 Talks TV, Sports TV says, not the stun gun. Yes, the stun gun. He stunned the little white girl. Young lady. HB2N says that promo about to be crazy. You ain't lying. I'm about to go film that shit. Y'all bullshit. I'm about to go film that. Fuck, don't be surprised if Steph, write me the script. Write me that script. I'm filming it. We gonna air it on the finale. Somebody getting tased. Sugar Shay is laughing. Salute, Sugar Shay. And Bahaba is laughing too. Salute. That's the bro. HB2N said, Taser check. And he also says Taser Jah. Yes, I accept that. AKA Black Lightning, nigga. You heard? I'm tasing niggas. I'm with the shits. Word up.
That was a good one.
Yeah. But Joe, man, I had a lot of fun today. You know what I mean? We went over the 3-hour mark. We usually try to stay within the 3-hour mark. I can't thank Millz Lane enough for pulling up, man. I think it was a great addition. Salute to Hemp Lord for the donation. Grapes to Sleep, aka Sleazy Aki for the donation. So K pulled up. Salute to So K, our international podcaster pulling up. Steph, always, you know what I mean? Salute to you, good sir. You know what I mean? And I had a lot of fun. And thank you all for being on the check-in. And this meant a lot to me. I'm glad we get to end the week on a good note, you know what I'm saying, with some fuckery for your Friday. And shit, man, watch it again. You know what I mean? Pull it back to the beginning. Watch it again. Sweet D says, salute, Millz. Yes, we appreciate it. Yeah, Millz, let me just say this, man. In this podcasting while black, in this sector, a lot of times bring a lot of disagreements, a lot of beef, a lot of weird shit, But within that, there are people who genuinely enjoy watching podcasts and supporting us. And Millz Lane is not just a content creator; he's one of those people who genuinely likes to support us. So not just for being on the show today, but just in general for supporting us the way you do, and not just us at this show. I mean, the whole sector. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for everybody, but I attempt and say, Millz Lane, we all salute you. Real talk, because you keep it objective. You support all the shows you can. And Steph is the same way. I'm noticing Steph will pull up on your show. He will watch your joint, you know what I mean? As long as he know about it, he will be a guest host, you know. So, and there are a lot of people like you guys, the HB2 Wins and you know, Twirl Talk Sports, and it's Keenan Kongs, you know what I'm saying? The Virginia Slims, you know, I can't name everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to make a list and revisit this conversation. The Sweet D's, the Kalilas, you know what I mean? The Redemption Song 76. How can I forget her?
Yeah. She definitely be there.
Redemption will support your shit. Even when we had one person in the fucking chat, that shit would be Redemption. It would just be me and Redemption talking, watching live and on point in the beginning before, you know what I mean? The snowball, got bigger, right? But I'm just saying, like, people like y'all are real important. And Millz, since you're on the show and I get to tell you this publicly in front of people, I salute you. I take my hat off to you, Millz Lane. And I wish you the best. And you're more than welcome up here. Real talk.
Yo, big facts. I support your show, and I thank you for giving me this opportunity to be on the show. Most of the time, I'm working when the show's on, so it's like I'm trying to contribute the best ways I can, And the black sector, man. I believe in the black folks, so I'm gonna give black people as many chances as I can, as long as nobody disrespecting me. We always gonna be good, black folk, always. And it's easy that way, And I try to keep my keep myself grounded. I know where I am,
Right.
I know how this goes. And but I like you were saying earlier, I do be giving away a lot of secrets and gems. So I don't mind. And I love when my chat talks back and we get ideas from the chat. Like even on this show, it's like just hearing stuff, the wittiness of people, the smarts, the education that comes with it. Not a lot of doofus, little trolling comes in, but it usually comes and goes. And
right.
We just keep it pushing. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Brooklyn Honcho says Millz Lane for president. I'm running that campaign. Me and Millz running that. I mean, me and Steph, we're gonna run that campaign for sure.
Hey, what's the slogan? Get your hand out my pockets.
Get your hand out my pocket.
Yeah, get your hand out my pockets. Heck yeah.
Millz 2024. Facts. Sugar Shay said Millz is solid. He need a plate. That's a fact. And it's gonna come. It's gonna come, you know what I'm saying? Redemption sending them hand claps. Sugar Say also says big salute to Millz Lane. Real talk. HB2N says salute Millz. Sweet D says salute Millz. So yeah, man, I think we all agree Like Millz Lane is who we all should aspire to be when it comes to supporting each other. Real talk. People like Millz Lane and the other people I mentioned too. And we look forward to giving that love back. You know what I'm saying? And with all that being said, like I said, we already went past the 3-hour mark, but check it out, man. Well, hold on. We got another comment. I don't want to miss nothing. Virginia Slim says the best thing about this network is that we're seeing something grow from the ground up. Salute to the panel in the chat. Yo, salute to you, Virginia Slim. I really appreciate those words. Real talk. And we never been ashamed to start from scratch. You know what I'm saying? We definitely believe the signs of a hustler is how you can bounce back. You know what I mean? So this network is definitely bouncing back. This network is growing, but this actual page, you know what I mean, actually started as something else, but we're bouncing back. Salute to the people who put in work on this page originally. Clematis, who's still around, but she's busy. Clemmy's Couch, check that out. We still have One Time to Hill episode up. Look at the shout out, salute to Shammy and all the good things he's doing. Salute to J Doug, who I believe we'll be speaking to next week. Salute to Shaharia from Silence Kills. We took a long break when she had her child, and now she's back with Silence Kills. Salute to the newer shows, some of the newer shows. Where's the Love? Rebuilding the Black community. Salute to Saludine. Salute to 12 Talk Sports. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Don't blame it on.
In the morning.
Oh, thank you. Straight up in the morning, our newest edition, who comes on tomorrow. Let me put that band on the screen. So, in case you don't know and you're new to us, check out Straight Up in the Morning on weekends. Salute to J58, my childhood friend, C. Dot, and Twancast, of course, Twancast.
Hey, Twancast was hilarious the other day when I was
on Silence
Kills.
Yeah, that was dope. Towards the end when he pulled up and then we got it in. Sweet D says great show. Thank you, Sweet D. We really appreciate y'all. And we got some good news for y'all too. We probably tell y'all in about a week or two. Definitely some good news coming out and about this network. And Just One Love says, I'm addicted. Great show. Thank you. And we look forward to that's why we're not going nowhere. We're gonna wrap the season, but we're still gonna continue and just change it up just a little bit for the second season. But with all that being said, thank my panelists again. Thank you all for watching. And this has been the Morning Rant.
Grand rising, grand biscuits, magic wand waving, grand wizards. If you my man, 100 grand and a grand missing. I got 99 problems, what's the damn difference? Listen, on my unborn grandkids, you know a nigga grown when a band is a bandage and the band keeps playing when you on a Titanic and your home network can't handle the bandwidth life's a damn bitch. Still love her though, raw sex pulling off the rubber slow, rubber dub, that's a dry rub on the roast. Smells like burnt toast, you know I got a serious stroke. Periods broke like the levees. Flow on the mic kinda heavy. Got enough sauce for the spaghetti. Red hot chili pepper, order water under the bridge. I forgive niggas for wanting to live. I ain't mad at ya, I ain't the mad rapper. Just a mad dapper damn rather. Shimmy y'all like a capper. Somebody tell Boozy that I'm batter. Vanilla extract in a batter. I ain't playing patty cake. I mean, how many patty pies can daddy bake? Mad I gotta save a slice for Sally Mae. May the odds ever be forever in your favor. Forever and a whole day later. Day to day, day traders. Daylight come for slave labor. Labor Day, labor pains getting paid straight up. Grand Rising, Grand Canyon, grandfather clock, grandstanding. You lucky if you got grandparents. Shit is Operation Grand Clearance. It's clandestine. Magazine Glam Essence. 120 plan lessons from the ancestors. Fan blessings, hand-in-hand hand gestures, jam sessions, children asking damn questions, watching cartoons and wrestling. Grand Rising, Grand Central, Freemasons at the Grand Temple. All praises to the audacious, all-seeing eye, all patient. Call waiting for the hookup, cook up salt fish, just crooked how to pour, get rewarded with more risk. Fried dumpling, daily bread, top of the morning, getting daily head. Taking diabetic daily meds, sugar-free jelly spread. Crown Jewel got a heavy head. You got a headache from the Reggie Reg. Grand Rise, Grand Rise, Grand Rise, Grand Rise, Grand Rise.
Yo, y'all niggas know who it is. It's a DJ Corp, Ghoulie Goo Goo. It's a Ghoulie production, Monkey Dick Entertainment, Murder Homicide. Bullet, y'all niggas, get it poppin'.
I sell crack to my arms, sell crack to my moms. Tattoo of a crack vial inked on my arms. DJ Ghoulie Goo.
Yo, y'all niggas know who it is. It's a DJ Corp, Ghoulie Goo Goo. It's a Ghoulie production, Monkey Dick Entertainment, Murder Homicide. Bullet, y'all niggas, get it poppin'.
I sell crack to my arms, sell crack to my moms. Tattoo of a crack vial inked on my arms. Got crack in my ass, crack in my palm. Sell crack to a cracker, it's crack and I'm gone. Nah, this ain't Ricky, this ain't Poison the Hood. Just crack selling Kevin, I poison the hood. And yeah, I sell crack, I ain't morally conflicted. Don't care who die, don't care who get addicted. Niggas know I love the odor, cocaine and baking soda. Niggas know I love the odor, cocaine and baking soda. Niggas know I love the odor, cocaine and baking soda. Niggas know I love the odor, cocaine and baking soda. Niggas know I love the odor, cocaine and baking soda. Bang bang, monkey gang, murder be the shit thrower. So crack the pookie, so crack to gator. But if the cops come, nah, see you later. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah.
We on top of the mountain, we the greatest, Monkey Gang.
I sell more crack than you, bust more gas than you, get more ass than you, pack more crack and ass than you, cause I sell more crack than you. Get it, get it, get it. Murder, homicide, homicide, murder. If you knew someone who died from cocaine, you could blame me. If your aunt is on cocaine or your mother's on cocaine, she can't take care of you, you could blame that on me. Crack, coke, whatever, son. I poison the hood for real. So crack to my mom. My mother sucked dick for crack to give me money. The goon, the underboss, my man Big Bullet. Don't make me put a bullet in you or a bullet on you, cause a bullet will get in you. Ask anybody about bullet, any hood, any jail, nigga. Don't fuck around. Drop grenades in your fucking projects, you know what I'm saying? Bulletproof, nigga. You already know, nigga.
It's kissing cousin, motherfucker. Keep this shit on me. I'm the motherfucking iron pimp. You know what I'm talking about? I put this shit together. Grab a motherfucker, say, hey motherfucker, you wanna rap, sell crack, come on!
DJ Core, Goonie, Goo, right? That shit out my fucking face. Yeah, get it all, man. We so gangster, we sniff
Get it all.
We Tony
That's
that real?
There you go.
That's that real?
You
can't feel my face, nigga.
Oh, bling blinging and shining. You see this shit right here?
Niggas is so fly, we about to put plutonium on our necks. Plutonium? You know what the fuck plutonium is? We going nuclear on niggas. Fuck this shit. Fuck all this. We going plutonium. When you see niggas glowing, that's us, nigga. Monkey gang. Get it? I sell more crack than you, bust more gas than you, get more ass than you, pack more crack and ass than you, cause I sell more crack than you. Get it? It's my daily prayer. You know what I'm saying? Every day I say this. Crack is good. Crack is great. Thank you for that crack you make. If I get locked before I wait, I beg the Lord, there's crack to bake. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ah.
Y'all niggas know how this shit go. Monkey Gang in effect. Monkey big monkey dick in the building. Smashing on top of the city. Tilting the scales. You know what we do. We the fucking greatest. You understand? Selling crack in all the local neighborhoods. Crack bodegas. Bitch ass niggas. Eat a dick with AIDS on the tip out of a cancer infected uterus. That's what this shit is about. Pure hip hop. Monkey Gang. Monkey Dick. Ghoulie Productions. Fulton and Crenshaw, nigga.
It's your boy, DJ Ghoulie Goo. I started Monkey Gang, nigga. I was
we the greatest! Monkey Gang!
You know what I mean? That's all me. I'm Monkey Gang. These niggas wanna claim Monkey Gang? I'm the first nigga in the streets. Big up to all my orangutan gangbanging slang niggas. I sell more crack than you. It's like this. You getting money with a nigga, then one nigga wanna go take all the profit and keep flipping it. And then tell you work for him now when you went half on the pack. Niggas don't, that's not how shit work.
Niggas get killed for shit like that. Bust more gas than you.
I made that motherfucker. That nigga stole my story, goddammit. He stole it. Yeah, everything. The guns, the girls, the bitches.
Get more ass than you.
The crack in your ass. That was my shit, nigga. I'm the first motherfucker that came through the hood with crack in his ass. Ain't nobody in the 80s was putting crack in their ass before me, nigga.
Pack more crack in ass than you.
Yo, basically, when it comes down to the monkey gang split, I'ma tell you how it is. I don't give a fuck.
Cause I sell more crack than you. Get it, get it, get it.
Niggas pay me for the beat. You get on the track, I put you down, put you on the radio, this, that, and the other. You look at the Jew houses, dead Africans, baby. No, dead Africans. Me and Murder Homicide went to Africa.
I was rolling with my man's fake ass bullet.
Cause what happens is when you bring the goons to the music shit, you know what I mean? The music shit become goony. Goon DVD, you see it. Murder home. Bad boom, bang.
Faggot ass, kissing Cuzzo.
Come on, nigga.
You don't give a fuck which direction Murder Homicide or Bullet went in. All them niggas is pussy. All them niggas got knocked out. All them niggas got smacked up. Everybody know, do not smack a DJ called Goody Goo Goo.
Hey, yo, I sell more crack than you. Bust more gas than you. Cause I wrote that rap for you.
I'm about hit records. I'm about my money. That's all I care about. I'm here to make hit records. I'm here to spin hit records.
Monkey gang, bad boom bangers, murder way back, murder. He never in the fucking hood.
If you see me in the streets, I'll smack you, nigga, and give you a wedgie. Come see me in the streets. You know who I am. You know what it be. Murder Homicide, aka Homicide Murder.
And the whole hood know that. The whole hood know how Goody Goo Goo get down. You understand?
Yo, kiss me management, nigga. Yo, my management skills are so good it's gonna make you wanna kiss me, son. You know what I'm saying? That's how I picked up Steezy.
Like, fuck Monkey Gang, dude.
You know, kissing Cuzzo about that banana. What happened, nigga? I know you about that banana because the Cuzzo went with y'all, right?
Nigga, Cuzzo ain't down with shit, my nigga. Fuck that nigga. Nigga left me in the hotel, my nigga. Nigga left me to get kidnapped and shit.
Steezy, if you out there, baby, I'm still looking for you. Call me, nigga.
They asked John, why your fucking skin so light? Cause Pops raped Mom by the shed one night. And my mom's was a slave and my Pops was white. Who thought black pussy was his goddamn right? Everybody say I look just like him. Same eyes, same nose, but I'm bright light skin. How could he disown me, knowing that he owned me? Plus I got a sister too, see I ain't the only. Tragic mulatto, that's a horse and a donkey. That ain't me, I'm a nigga in a honky. I ain't got a lot, but I got a pot to piss in. Plates is for the boogers, pans is for the shitting. When they eatin' is the only time I'm grinning. And when they hurlin', that's the only time I'm winning. Took a pistol from my pops, gave that shit to my man. Now we got him a gun, and he got him a plan.
Mankind.
Yo. I was working in the field for the boss and I swore I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
I swear that Jehovah on the cross. I really seen a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse? Well, this might feel a boss with remorse, but I think I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
I wasn't even sipping on the sauce, and I swore I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse.
Check. Yo, about to dive off the deep end. Black jockeys trying to win the Preakness. Yeah, I'm seeing sounds, this is synesthesia. A little reefer, a little pizza. Napoleon complexes, Little Caesars. From the pits of Giza to where the pizza leans. Lady Gaga, little monsters. Zombies bleeding, deceased carcasses. Chopped up so it's easy to eat like read 'em and weep. Bet on that like the Belmont. Cell block hell, Mattel props. Van Gogh leaving them shell-shocked black jockeys trying to win Kentucky derbies. That's the charm fucking early. Crack a dawn, orange juice trying to duck the scurvy. otherworldly. No alarm clock, yup, I'm up as soon as the sun alerts me. Like, here comes the sun, here comes the #1 gunners on the block. Mankind, 101, son of none other than the mother son. All the time like the horse, all I think run and run. That and only if I had another gun. They divide, make it back, they could add, they subtract. Took my life, I'm just trying to take it back. What is love? What the fuck is love?
Mankind. Yo, heard they trying to get a clue, cause the clan can't scout me. I ride like the wind to the end of the county. Somebody told me that they saw my picture with a bounty. I told them that the eagle and the hawk, them surround me. By the blood of God, bloodhounds never found me. Now I'm a wolf and my wolf pack rowdy. Howl at the moon, devour and consume. Get a gut feeling when your bowels start to move. What a rush, legion of doom. Doomsday preaching at noon. Prophesy since the seed in the womb. It's a heaven's plate wedding day. Dynamite sticks in the wedding cake. Got a lit fuse about to detonate. Let us pray. In war paint, red in my eyes, determined to live. Live free, ready to die. Mankind. I was working in the field for the boss, and I swore I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
I swear that Jehovah on the cross. I really seen a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse? Well, this might feel a boss with remorse, but I think I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
I wasn't even sipping on the sauce, and I swore I saw a nigga on a horse.
A nigga on a horse?
Nigga on a horse, nigga on an elephant, nigga winning wars, nigga in a roadster, nigga in a Porsche, nigga in a spaceship, nigga with the force, a nigga with a pen beat, a nigga with a sword, a nigga with an attitude, nigga with awards. One thing I ain't is a nigga with a boss, so I smile every time my niggas up in the source. Mankind.
Fire, nigga. I'm on fire right now, fuck, nigga. I had the biggest comeback, nigga. Niggas thought it was over with for me, nigga. Y'all tried to count me out, nigga. I ain't forgot about that shit. Y'all niggas think I forgot, nigga. I ain't forgot about none of that shit. So I'm back with a chip on my fucking shoulder, nigga.
Wrote this with my eyes closed, on rose in Moscato. Intuition in the visions flow from out the cosmos. Niggas ask me how I made it, I begin if I know. I just went with my soul, and the rest just follow. She's a good girl, fuck that bitch, I'd rather deal without her. Say no to CashApp, I ain't tricking, bitch, you must be psycho. But I'm prone to lie though, just don't tell all my bros. I roll gelato in the Bronto, so I got the sky close. Damn, it's raining, grab my cane and pass my Prada poncho. The boots was leather with the tattoos, those the Randy Macho. Goggles Ferragamo, condos big as Costco. I popped a rhino, then she swallowed like it's Mr. Sacco. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. Modern life like Rocco, but I still pray to Shango. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's word to gaucho. Rebel, outlaw, reckless, vato, ghetto, desperado. Aiming Draco, eating tacos, take your breath like Tyclos. Adjacent to Van Gogh, I'm chasing my shadow. The pain is the shackle, embrace it for battle. In the gym for 7 weeks, I feel like Boris Kojo. I mean Cujo with a new hoe, sober watching Kuso. With my old hoe, I forgot I fuck my hoes in duos. Fofo throws in 2 hoes, loopholes out with pool holes. That piece of coupon for designer, Gucci coat was 2-tone. School old Parasuco, shoot like Tony Kukoc. Bitch, I'm a Samson, no Delilah, put that on my tombstone. Mirror, mirror, who's the illest? Please don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the realest? Wait, don't tell me I know. Mirror, mirror, who's the rarest? Please don't tell me I know. I devour my goals, and that's word to gauchos.
you.